in, baby. Come on in. I wait for everybody to come on in. 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 Y'all keep on coming in. Keep on coming in. Come in. Y'all know when I go live. Y'all know I'm gonna go live. Keep on coming in. Keep coming in. Keep on coming in. Keep on coming in. Come on in. That's right. Keep on coming in. Y'all keep on coming in. Come on 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 in.
There's no budget here at the Boom Boom Room. See, we have no glam squad here. There's no hairstylist, no nail technician, no makeup artist, just you. This is a do-it-yourself type of gig over here, sweetie. So guess what? This will separate the little girl from the women. Now let's get to it.
Y'all keep on coming in. Come on 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 in. Come on. Y'all come on in, baby.
Hello, and welcome to our point of view. It's Wednesday night, and y'all know what time it is. It's Pink Whitney Wednesday, and time for our point of view. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We're here each and every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, and 8 p.m. Pacific. So we got a lot going on this week. I thank you guys for tuning in each and every week, and I thank you guys for the support. I really am thankful for that. My panelist is thankful for that. I hope you guys had a blessed and productive week. You know, I've had a pretty much productive week. I slept a lot. Bitch, I slept a lot. But I got some work done, so that's all that really matters is that I got work done. And so during that time, I was thinking about stuff that I should do for to bring back Real Talk. The Boom Boom Room presents Real Talk. So it's going to come back soon. I just been, what can I say? How can I say it? I just been, this Corona stuff have really got me in a tizzy. So I really kind of keep my limit to who's coming to my house and all that kind of stuff like that. So it will be coming back. Amani Davenport will be my first guest. So hopefully this weekend we can record her and we will get together and do some cute stuff. So other than that, you know, I've been sitting around watching TV, catching up on my shows and all kind of stuff like that. I'm having an Anita Baker tribute I'm getting ready for too. So I've been sitting up trying to figure out what songs to do and what looks to pull off. You know, it ain't that many looks you can do, but I just want it to be good. So, you know, that's where I'm at. So I really do hope you guys had a productive week. I thank y'all for tuning in. I thank y'all for the support. Y'all are here each and every week getting your judge. Baby, tonight, there might be some tea being spilled. You know, I'm just saying, you know, I know y'all like to hear the tea and all that kind of stuff, but here on our point of view, we like to keep you abreast on the current events that's going on and all the social media tea. If we see it on social media, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever, bitch, we go. If it's something that we need, we feel like the people need to hear, we go tell it, bitch. Yes, ma'am. Because you put it out there. You put it out there for us. So that's why we're here each and every Wednesday to give you the social media tea, all the current events, all the hot topics, and everything that goes on in the world today. Because we are in this pandemic time, as my girlfriend say, Tiara Russell. You know, we're in this pandemic time, so I hope you all are being safe. And I don't see how y'all find the time to be messy, but y'all do. So y'all find it. And we're glad that y'all do because it gives us something to talk about. But during this week, John Lewis memorial service was this past week. And this was the Edmund Bridge in Selma, Alabama. And this is the bridge that he walked with Martin Luther King. And he also visited once before. And, this was a civil rights leader. And it was beautiful that he took his last walk across the bridge. And it was like a beautiful thing to see. And I never been to Selma, so I never really got to see the city. But as I was watching the memorial, I know it's people from all over came for the memorial and all of that, but that downtown still kind of shaky. Just you think they would have came up a little bit, I'm just saying, like, girl. But it was beautiful to watch the memorial. So I hope you guys got out there, and I hope you guys watched the memorial. If you haven't, they are streaming it on Facebook. They're streaming it on YouTube. So you can go back and watch it. It's a really beautiful thing. And also this week we lost a very prominent fixture in the community. Her name was Lady Red. She was from Los Angeles, California. She was co-host on Hey Queen. If you ever watch Hey Queen, they feature all the Drag Race girls and have different type of interviews and all that kind of stuff. And she was the co-host. She was the second chair. She was everything to Hey Queen. She was such a sweet spirit and very, very nice. I worked with her for her birthday like 2 years ago, I think, a year ago or something like that. She treated me with so much love. And I just, the community is really like down and out about the passing of Lady Red. So you're going to be really, really missed. So God bless your soul, Lady Red. We will miss you always. So that's what was going on this week. And I am having, I don't know if you guys seen, but on duomerch.com, duoexposure.com, you can buy my Get Your Just fans. So I hope you guys support a girl and get you a fan because it's hot, child. It's hot, times it's misty outside and, dry heat and all that kind of even you just being out and about, you want to fan yourself, bitch. Buy your fan. Just support a girl and go to duoexposure.com and support me and get your judge. Necole had some issues over there in her neighborhood. I think somebody blew out a what is called not the generator, but the light thing. Somebody hit it and like the whole neighborhood out. I can't even think of what it is, just. But so she'll be in a little later, hopefully, if she will. But I really want you guys to share this live. Like this live, love this live. We love all the comments, the feedback that you all give us. Please feel free to, if you have any tea that you want to spill, feel free to hit one of us up in our inbox. Let us know what we got to talk about, baby, because guess what? That's what we are here for. If you want to put a bitch on blast, put that bitch on blast on our point of view. And we'll see what we're going to have our point of view about what you got to talk about. Okay? So we got some good things that we want to talk about this week. We got transgender couples and having kids. We're going to talk about some stuff that's been brewing up on social media this week. We're also going to touch base on mental illness again. We have a special guest coming in, Savannah Westbrook. Transformer. That's it, Joe. That's it. The Transformer. They hit the Transformer. Bitch, I couldn't think of it because I was telling Necole generator. I kept saying generator. But I got that in my mind. So it's the Transformer, bitch. They hit that, so the whole neighborhood then went out. So she hopefully will be in here later. Thank you, Joe, for that, child. I'm just, hey, listen. So I'm going to bring in my guest right now. No, not my guest. I'm sorry, my panelist. And we're going to start with Shady Tevin. Hi, Tevin.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing over there?
I'm all right. Kind of busy.
Kind of busy, staying busy?
Trying to.
Okay, and this, like Tiara say, in this pandemic time.
In this pandemic time. Share the love, share the live.
Share the love, share the live. Yes, God. We ask that you guys please share the love, share the live, and go to my girl. I've been drinking Pink Whitney, child. Y'all know, and I got you got your what you drinking?
We're shotting tonight.
Are you shouting tonight? Well, cheers.
We shouting tonight.
Cheers, everybody. So, wait, wait. I didn't know what happened to her. I thought that was your Wi-Fi.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I did nothing.
Well, I just saw something go out. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was my Wi-Fi. You know, it's been raining. I'm here in Texas.
Are we still on? Because it stopped.
No, I'm on.
Oh, okay.
No, we on. Are we there, y'all? Can y'all see us? Because I don't know. I don't know what happened. Hi, Mistress. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Patrick. Hi, Jeffrey. Welcome back, Judge, in this pandemic moment. Hi, Calandra. That's my Deborah Cox, Judge. So yeah, child, I was telling them about my week and stuff like that. Cornelius is waiting in the wings. We're gonna bring my other panelists in. Hey, Neil.
Hello. How's it going?
Oh, child, we good. What's going on?
I'm just chilling, just getting home from playing cards.
As usual. Hi, Sadiq. Sadiq is in the building. How y'all doing? How you doing, Jeff? I saw you over there at Trinity House the other night. Yeah, look nice, child. Your little paints, child. You feeling them paints out? You getting thick, Jim. So what's been going on, Cornelia?
I didn't say anything.
I said, what's been going on?
What's going on? I'm just chilling at home, working from home.
How was your week?
My week was very relaxing. I just sat back and just looked at what Tevin was up to. Getting tags from Tevin.
Getting tags from Tevin.
Yeah.
That's been consuming your week all week, getting tags from Tevin.
Yes. Other than that, I'm working and what else I do? And play cards.
And play cards all week.
And I go out and eat.
And prepare yourself for what's going on over here on Wednesday night.
Yes.
Oh, Savannah, you need to copy it and put it in your web browser. And then it'll send you straight to that. And while she's doing that, I hope you guys please share this live and have a watch party. Get your friends over here to see, so they can see what's going on with everything. Hey, how y'all doing? Child, I got an audience in here, child.
You talking to Savannah? What's she? You was talking to Savannah?
No, I ain't talking to Savannah. Somebody done walked through my dojo. Oh, let me see. They walked through the door and brought gifts. They gonna get Whitney wins the child. So get your glasses up since we all here one more time. Cheers. Everybody get your glasses up. Everybody get your glasses up. Even y'all in the green room, if y'all got something to drink, y'all get your glasses up.
Hey, you.
Hey,
Tevin, you doing shots. I'm not sure how this night gonna go for you.
Oh Lord, what that mean?
Hey, you. I love you.
Also, Tevin, you don't need no mixture. You don't want no mixture.
Straight, no chaser.
Straight, no chaser. Also, that means by the time we get to your topic, it's going down. You got a lot you got to say?
Not really. You give me 20.
Huh? I just give you 20. No, we do have an after show. So if you don't get it out in this show, you go to the after show. So we are going to have an after show. So you have to go to YouTube, Chevelle Brooks 75, and you have to watch the after show because whatever we don't get to talk about on this feed, we're going to move on to the after show. And so I want to get out some advertisements that I have that I want to talk about. Since Necole is not here, we thought Necole was going to be here, child, but you know, it's raining in Atlanta. It's doing a lot of stuff. Is it raining in Atlanta?
No.
It skipped over Atlanta and went to Florida.
Yeah.
Because child.
So she said the transformer went out?
Yeah, she said the transformer went out. She looked outside to make sure it was her. But everybody was out.
So you saw everybody in the dark too?
Hey, click this for me.
So she didn't do the show?
So no, not that one, this one. She what?
She didn't do the show?
I don't know what she did. No, I'm assuming she did. I'm assuming she did the show. but
Well, this
she
is for
didn't.
Necole. Hey, you. I love you.
You like that, dude. You like that. You've been saying that all week. Hey, you. I love you.
It's a ram.
She did it tonight, I'm sure.
She gonna do it when she come on.
She better. Right now, we're gonna give you guys some Nikki notes with the Consumer Report, but instead of Nikki, it's gonna be me, Jen. Okay. So this week on the Consumer Report, let me see, because I have to go through Nikki notes and see what Nikki done got, for the Consumer Report, because this is not my topic. She usually do all of this. So I'm gonna start with myself, and I'm gonna start back with www.duoexposure.com. You can get your Chevelle books collection right there. We have t-shirts, tank tops, fans, buttons, what are the tumblers, but you can't get that little girl, because I'm not really shaped like that, Jen. Y'all know the bitch ain't shaped like that. But I hope that you go to Duo Exposure, www.duoexposure.com, and get your Chevelle books collection. It's a wonderful collection. You can wear just all around, all kind of time, all day, all night. Sleep in it, swim in it, do hair in it, do all that kind of stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? Just get support a girl. We also have Queen Leia luxury jewelry and accessories from Nikki Diamond Simone in Atlanta, Georgia. She wears the everyday girl jewelry. She makes bracelets. She makes earrings. She does necklaces and all kind of jewelry, custom made. You can see Nikki Diamond Simone for Queen Leia luxury jewelry and accessories. And we also have, now I want y'all to know, I wear this product. I do wear this product, but I don't know how to say it. But we have
like entourage.
Like entourage. I want to say it like the French supposed to say it, but I do wear it. And my favorite scent is Pralines and Cream and Gentilly. The body butter. I wear the body oil, the bath mist, and all that. It smells so beautiful, bitch. When I was wearing the Pralines and Cream, bitch, I just wanted to eat myself. Bitch, if I yes, bitch, I taste good. Just I don't want you to know. I taste fabulous. But it's by my girlfriend Toya Washington, and we're gonna have her come in and talk a little bit about her product, because I want to be able to say the pronunciate it correctly, because bitch, I can't get it. Let's look. But we gonna bring in my girlfriend Toya Washington so she can tell you more about her product. Hi, Toya.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are you? I'm good. I'm good.
Welcome to Our
Thank
Point
you
of
for
View.
having me on.
You're welcome. Welcome to Our Point of View. I advertise your product every week because I love the product, and I bought some from my mom, and I tell everybody about it. And I'm sure it's for men too, but I want all the fish to smell good. Okay, Jill. So tell them a little bit about your product. Tell me how to pronounce it first.
It's called Leon Flerouge.
Leon Flerouge.
Yeah, which means I'm from New Orleans originally, so all of my scents are derived from landmarks and historic treasures of New Orleans, of Louisiana in general. But it means the scent of Louisiana, which is my state flower is the magnolia. So my logo is the magnolia tree. So that represents Louisiana, and Leon Flerouge means the scent of in French. So it's the scent of Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's Leon Flerouge. And I have a revêtement collection, which is for the skin, which means revêtement in French means skin. And I have Léger, which means home in French. So I have a home collection and I have a skincare collection. So Leon Flerouge Revêtement is the one that you wear, which is just my skin products. And
Leon Flerouge.
Revêtement.
Revêtement.
That's the name of the product, but the particular scent that Chevelle loves is my Pralines and Cream. That one there is derived from the traditions and one of the local favorites back home in New Orleans, which is Plurine candy. So I have a scent that's synonymous with that, which is called Plurines and Cream.
I love it. If I tell you, when I first used it, I was like, "Oh, Miss Thing, this smells just like pralines and cream." Child, I was gagging. I want y'all to know I was gagging. I was like, "Oh," I just kept doing like this, and it stayed on you and it lasts. And of course, if you know how to wear your product, you know you're supposed to bath in it, moisturize in it, and spray in it, and that's what lasts.
All of my scents are all of my collection is natural. So my candles are made with soy. So I have a candle for each one of my fragrances. I have Gentilly fragrance. I have Plurines and Cream. I have Lake Charles, which is a little more of a musk. That one is unisex. So a lot of the guys love that one. I have Lake Pontchartrain, which is unisex as well. It's more of a cool mist kind of scent, but that's one of my favorites.
And that's for the guys?
It's unisex though. I love that one because it reminds me almost of cashmere mist or a bond fragrance. But yeah, that one is one of my favorites.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I have Elysian Fields. That one is one of the ones I'm bringing back. That one is more floral and springtime. So it's sistered with the Gentilly fragrance that you love. So I have to make sure you get that one too, Chevelle.
Okay, so where can we find your product at?
My products can be found at www.lesunflerouge.com, or you can type in Creole Body Butters. If you type in Creole Body Butters or Natural Body Butters, I'll come up in your search engine and it'll direct you to my site. Also, if you're in Atlanta, you can find my home products, which is my Legit collection, at Swivel and Lewis Furniture Store.
Sywell and Lewis Furniture Store.
Sywell, oh my God, thank you. Sywell and
Sywell and Lewis Furniture Store.
Sywell and Lewis Furniture
and
Store.
that's owned by my son Charles. So if you need some furniture, you go and see Sywell Furniture Store. But we thank you so much, Toya, for coming on and telling us about your product. I love that you guys. It's an amazing product. Oh, you have new products.
Yeah, Tevin always trying to give me. Tevin be trying. Tevin was ashy on the show, and I had to give him some of my Bath and Body all one time, and it changed his life. He got some of that toilet water from the That's the most tip he ever made on the show. He listened.
That's my favorite roommate right there. She know my will be ashy.
Well, you need to get you some of that body butter so you won't be ashy no more, Jer.
I just wait till she there.
Thank you all for having me. I really appreciate it. And make sure you check out my website. Once again, www.lesunflerouge.com, or you can type in Creole Body Butters in your Google search engine, or type in Natural Body Butters. It'll come up.
All righty then. Thank you so much, Toya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I wonder if I can type in Cajun body butter and she come up.
I just tried to send the link again to Savannah. So
you did?
Because she's like it's not working for her. And Kennedy said she ready too.
Okay, well Kennedy will be coming into the after show.
Hey, we love you.
Did you get Savannah's message?
I sent Savannah the message and how to get back on it, but I sent her the link again. So we're gonna wait on Savannah to come back in right now so she can get her judge. But thank you, Toya, once again for coming in. You guys, the product is amazing. I love the product. I use it all the time. And also another product, if you wear makeup, please check out my friend Patrick Starr with One Size Beauty. It's a makeup wipes and makeup dissolver mist, and you spray it on and then you wipe it off. If I tell you all you need is one towel, because usually for drag girls and women and all of us, we use Neutrogena wipes. This is a wipe which is about a towel. It's about as big as your face. So you spray your face and then you wipe it off, and all you need is one towel. You can catch it at Sephora. And it's an amazing product. He's coming also out with eyeshadow palettes and all kind of stuff like that. I used to work with this person at MAC was one of the most amazing artists there. I loved working with him. I learned so much from him. So I'm so proud of what he's doing. And he sent me some of this stuff. So tonight I get to watch it off. Last week I did it and I was trying to record a video for it. It didn't work. And also, if you're ever in Houston and you need any type of skincare, please go to Laser Girl Skincare and Med Spa. It's for men, women, and teens. I went there to get my laser done. You can tell them you want the Chevelle Brooks special. It's at 5305 Business Street, Suite C, Bel Air, Texas. Laser Girl and Skincare. Ask for Alyssa. Her name is Alyssa. Or you can just tell them you want the Chevelle Brooks special. They will get your skin right together, Judge. I'm telling you.
So do y'all.
We're going to bring you down here, too, so you can get your Judge. And you can get some chemical peels and all that kind of stuff.
They say mine's too gray, girl. They say mine's gray. It ain't working.
Also, we need to get you some, what is called?
Chemical peel.
You need a chemical peel, but you also need something else, just and we'll find out. But you can go right there to.
Oh, DeAndre, just tell me.
Come down here and go to Laser Girl. And also we have, oh my God, pound your cakes. Let me pound your cakes, Judge. Oh mercy, they got all kind of flavors, but the name of it is let me pound your cake. Oh my mercy, who these belong to, Necole? But they look like they nice and stuff. I'm sure they in Atlanta. But she's going to tell you guys more about it. And if you like any kind of sweets, hit them up at Pound Your Cake. Bitch, that's
that Facebook, Cyan Valentino.
Oh, that's who that is? I'm telling y'all, I don't know. This is not my segment.
Yeah, that one come from a long way, girl.
Oh, well, I guess she gonna deliver. This is Cheyenne Valentino, Jen.
It's gonna take too long then. I want mine right now.
But if I tell you though, Cheyenne make these jerk chicken rolls that are to die for. Oh my God. You can turn your nose up all you want. Bitch. I ain't big for no reason, bitch. I love good food and I know good food when I taste it, bitch. And guess what? That bitch jerk chicken rolls are no motherfucking punk, bitch. I tell you, good to the last taste. Yeah,
I had a bad experience with jerk over there.
You had a bad experience with jerk?
With jerk.
Oh, it said, well, it jerk you back.
Mm-hmm.
It made you get
it was jerking a lot of us. Neil left early.
Oh, wait, who had bad jerk chicken?
What you talking about? What happened?
Wait. Oh, let's open up. Who had bad jerk chicken?
That baby had made jerk everything. Everything was hot.
Oh, okay. Well, it could be hot though. Jerk's supposed to be spicy.
I ain't never had no jerk macaroni.
I ain't never had no jerk macaroni either, John.
Nobody else did.
I ain't never had no jerk. Now, see, when y'all get to going on that Discovery Channel and trying to find some shit, miss me with that, bitch, because I ain't got time for nothing.
Wait, you said I left early, Tevin?
Why did you leave? What was y'all at? You don't want to say we just finished the consume? Do they?
I'm trying to think where was I at that I left early. You said what?
I was on the show, and then after the show, you left. I stayed.
Oh! Who cooked that night? Who cooked that night?
It wasn't Shorty, and that's what I was looking forward to.
Oh, all enough. You were looking for shorter cooking. You would think you would eat shorter cooking. I'm just saying the way y'all go in. So that means shorter can really cook. Y'all just be out here bullshit.
You must say grandma. You must say grandma. You see my page.
This ain't froze.
God damn it, that bitch didn't froze on
me. Our special guest just got in the building. Let's welcome in. This is Savannah Westbrook, former Miss MBU Grand.
Give it to her,
Savannah.
Love you. Hey you, I love you. Hey you, I love you. Ow. Hey you, I love you. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, I love you.
Hello.
Hey you.
I'm glad you were able to get in.
We love you too.
Listen, I am not very technological, and my husband normally helps me with things like that. So, child, it was wearing me out. It kept asking me for Safari. I'm like, bitch, I don't have that.
That's what I'm sitting around here texting you.
Yes, I'm married.
I didn't know you was married, Jim.
Yes, me and my husband just made 10 years this year.
Bitch, he put up with your talking ass for 10.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, no, my husband is very laid back, and he is the complete opposite of who I am.
Oh, he's the yin to your yang.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Oh,
it might be. Is it a Kenya Moore and and her husband?
Oh, no. Not at all. We've been together 10 years, and we've never even raised our voices at each other. We've never had an argument. We never disrespected each other.
Hold on. Don't say y'all never raised your voice because you talk loud. So you just don't say y'all never had the argument when your voice escalated.
In an angry way. We've never called each other out of our names or anything like that. We don't do that.
Okay. Well, you look beautiful. Let me screen put you in so everybody can see what you giving Jill. Y'all see just painted over there, child. She tatted up like an old bear at the lodge.
You getting ready for a photo shoot?
No, I did because I had to be on here. I was like, well, if I'm gonna get painted, I'm gonna do a little show first.
Okay, and you're gonna make some money.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little show first. Ain't no point in me getting all dolled up just to be here.
Wait, hold on, Javon. You say it's muffled. Can everybody hear? Who's muffled, honey? Hi, everybody. Welcome to Our Point of View. We have our special guest in the building tonight. It's Savannah Westbrook. We want to thank her for coming on and sharing the night with us. And Necole is out right now. Necole is out right now due to some city problems. But hopefully they'll fix it by the time we get to rolling and we are in this thing and all that kind of stuff like that. We want to thank Savannah for coming in and playing with us tonight. She done got beat because she loves us.
Yes, I do. I really do.
Savannah, do you drink?
I do, but not when I'm working. I never drink when I'm working.
Oh, really?
Never.
How you make it through sometimes? Because sometimes it could be a little nerve-wracking working with some of these queens.
She loves everybody.
You got to drink before you start working, and then you got to before you start working. That way, it be the you can just move on through the and then you go on and get afterwards.
Hold on. Oh, wait. She got the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. We got a little delay coming from you, Savannah. It's going in and out.
I don't know if it's certainly not my Wi-Fi, but it may be my Bluetooth, if anything.
Okay, girl, you better tell them.
So it's a beepy.
Well, we know it's not the Wi-Fi over there because she don't live plenty of times, so it's not the Wi-Fi.
It's not the Wi-Fi, Jeff. Child. Well, Savannah, we're gonna jump right in to what we have to talk about tonight. I hope you're ready. Okay. Jeff, you ready? Now I don't know. They told me that
let me take my Bluetooth off.
Okay. I'm trying to refrain you guys from smoking on the show.
All right, is that better?
Oh, that's so much better.
Okay, it was my Bluetooth then.
Yeah. Okay, tell them it wasn't your Wi-Fi, bitch.
It was my Bluetooth.
You're not that girl. You're not that girl.
Not at all. Sweet, my brand. Social media is my brand, and it's my job. I can't have bad Wi-Fi, honey.
So, Tab, before we go into what we want to talk about this evening, tell people where they can watch your show.
You can catch me on Faces of Me, Savannah Westbrook, as Ray, Savannah, and Alma Jean every Sunday and Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I'll be live throughout the day just cause.
Just because you want to run your damn mouth.
Well, here's the thing. You can't be a social media mogul and get sponsors like Harding Premium Cannabis Dispensary here in Las Vegas, Nevada, to pay you to be on live if you're not on live.
I know that's right. So that's why I'm gonna come and visit you, and I'm gonna run our point of view from your house. Yes, ma'am, bitch. And I ain't got the.
I got some shit in the stove, bitch. Oh, listen.
Cause I'm not even gonna be worried about what you got going on, because I'm gonna have my own shit.
Hello.
Okay. So we're gonna dive right into the hot topics, and we're gonna start with talking about unemployment, you guys, because we have found out this week that they're trying to take the unemployment down to $200 when they was giving $600 a week, but the Democrats are fighting for it to be $600 for you. And I hope they fight. Come on and fight. Fight for $600. Because, child, that's what's keeping us afloat, especially for the non-essential workers and everything that, some people are making more than what they normally would make. And that's what the Republicans are mad about. They mad about them making more than what they normally would make. But if you take it down to $200 and unemployment ain't nothing but $100, what can, how are they going to be able to make it? So how do y'all feel about that? I feel like it's mess, first of all, because I'm able to pay my rent and stuff and keep myself afloat. Now, I can't do nothing else. But bitch, I'm fine because I'm at home. But bitch, that helps me. That helps me to pay my bills. That helps me to get food and, stay afloat. Even though I'm not doing shows or anything, I'm still doing things for my job for when we do come back. And even with our point of view. So I need this. Because I'm having to buy things to have this platform right here. So how do y'all feel about it?
You can go, Savannah, since you're the guest.
Here's the thing. What people have to realize is that the world is in a place that we've never been before. So this is not we are certainly test dummies when it comes to this. But when our economy has completely shut down, when it's not moving the way it's used to moving, and the money is not being generated, where are we expecting the money to come from? Now, do the families need it? Absolutely. But if we don't have it, where is it coming from?
Where's it going to come from?
What we have to realize is what's getting ready to happen. I certainly believe that we're headed toward a Great Depression, simply because of all that. And I think it's going to be worse than that, simply because you cannot stop the economy of the world and think
you can't.
That for months on end and think that out of nowhere we're going to come back and be just where we were. That's not going to happen. That's why there are so many stores closing, because when all of this happened, they didn't put what they should have done. What they should have done is put in orders where rent had to stop. Because there is no way that businesses should have still had to pay rent and all of these things when they could not have business, but they still had to, which is why businesses are closing. Because now, had they stopped all of that, when we went back to work, when we opened up, business wouldn't have had to close because they wouldn't have been spending this money. So now that they've spent this money that they weren't making, now we expect this money to come out of anywhere. It's not coming. We don't have it.
And even I have friends that work for Nordstrom's and other department stores, and they are not getting the hours that they need to work, once they had opened everything back. So it is still hard for the essential workers also. So they have to think of put into consideration that, that's what's going on and that these people need their help. And without them, we won't be able to do what we need to do as an economy. Because you can't expect for the economy just to thrive again just like that.
I think it's a
Right.
double-edged sword, depending on what side of the aisle you're on. Because if you're on the Democratic side, you are more concerned with healthcare workers, frontline workers, and then these people that's unemployed. You want them to get their money. Republicans, a lot of them want the economy to kick back up, and the economy they feel can't kick back up if people are just at home getting this extra $600 a month. Because the longer that stays in play, the longer I can say, well, I'm making enough money to sit at home. If I'm getting my $300 some from the state plus the extra $600, that's $900 some a week. I just stay at home. But then we have other people. One of my friends is a essential worker. He gets unemployment during this time, no nothing. So they're just working and not getting anything.
But here's the thing. This is what we have to realize. The economy, right now it's a bipartisan issue. This is not a Republican thing or a Democratic thing. This is the state of the world.
It's the state of the world.
That we get so caught up on what Republicans want and what Democrats want, and we're not really looking at what's best for us right now. And it's certainly bipartisan. It's not a Democratic or Republican issue.
I don't think it is either. I think
the money issue comes down to Democrat or Republican.
Not right now. I don't think so. We make it a Republican and Democratic issue, but right now, everyone is essentially suffering.
Right.
Everybody's
essentially suffering.
Right.
So because everyone, Republican and Democrat, are suffering, what happens is that now this is a bipartisan issue because everyone is suffering from this very same thing. It becomes a partisan issue. When it becomes a Democratic issue is when we feel as the Republicans are benefiting from us and we're not getting anything from the deal, and vice versa. But when the Democrats and the Republicans are both suffering, and then you have someone at the helm who is a complete and utter idiot.
And like Wendy said, she's working for a quarter of what she normally make. I think that even with them, that they should be able to get something too, because they're not normally making what they normally make either. But see, they haven't thought about that.
But
right, and the bombs making more than the regular people.
Yeah.
Well, here's what we have to realize when it comes to that. The worker is not making as much as they normally make, but the company is also not making as much as they would normally make. So that means they're not paying as many taxes as they would normally pay, even with their tax breaks. So it all trickles down to where it will collapse the economy eventually if things don't get back on track.
I mean, but they still taxing us during the economy. You would think they give us a break some kind of way, but there ain't no break on nothing. We back to paying rent. We back to paying bills.
That's what I said earlier. That's what I said earlier. In order
they think they give you a break by giving you $1,200.
Yeah. While when they over there on the other side of the water, they getting like $4,000. I think how much Canada get?
I think $2,000 a month.
Yeah. So but look how they want to do us. But this is where everybody want to come to.
Well,
this is where everybody want to come to. The land of the free.
I don't want the break.
Well, that's relative.
The land of the free, and we don't feel free because Black lives don't matter in their case.
And
we're not free because racism is at a height like it has been years ago. Now it has really come to the forefront, and it's just a lot going on in the world today, and this is how y'all want to treat us. But they always think of the minority. They don't never think of the minority. They always think that we're leeching off and sitting back at home, crossing our legs and not working.
Well, and also the difference with the United States. United States is a capitalist society. So
no, they won't pass it in the Senate, Benny.
Right. So if the United States is a capitalist society, you have to have the haves and the have-nots. So the rich want to stay rich, and they're going to keep the poor poor. So anything that's going to bring more money to a certain group of people, they don't want that.
What happened? Did y'all freeze?
No.
Cause y'all had got quiet because I had got something from the people.
Yeah, you had dozed off. You had went down.
No, I had went down because I had got something, so I was reading it.
I was like, your peak and Whitney don't put you to sleep.
No, is this thing froze? So it was said that every one of us makes great points, supported by great facts. They applaud that. But what would you do different as president?
That is a very complicated question, because what we have to realize is that we can go in with all these great ideas of what we would do as president, but when you go into that office, because a lot of us, we sit back and we think about the office of president and we think of all the things that we've never been, us have never even served in public service, and let alone a public office, let alone you might have the community service, because most,
that part.
But, so we have all these ideas of what we would do, but in actuality, we can't just go in and do certain things, because there is repercussions to everything. Because here in America, because we are the home of the free and the land of the brave and all of those great things, that no matter what you do, there's always going to be somebody that has something to say. There is no pleasing anyone, no matter how, because as dumb as the president is, there are people that believe everything he says.
That he said. It's ridiculous.
They love it. But see, to them, and what we have to realize is that to them, he is absolutely right. It doesn't mean that we're wrong in our thinking. It just we have to realize that not everyone is at our point of thought. Or
that's why when he opposed the question, what would I do different as president? I wouldn't do nothing, because I wouldn't run. Because baby, I'm still for my people. Yep. Bitch, and they would be mad at me just like they mad at him. Bitch, so
but see,
I'm out.
What you just said, that's the same thing. Donald Trump, he's doing what he's doing can for his people. Whoever his people are, he's doing whatever he can for his people.
That's exactly what's happening.
So I mean, I do think it's a check and balance system, but he just so happened to be in office where his party has a little more weight in the Senate, and so he can do a lot more things than if he was a Democratic president.
I don't think he know what he's doing. Truth is.
What's the club?
He didn't want to win the presidency. Donald Trump you cannot convince me that he really wanted to be president. Donald Trump is all about, he would have made so much more money had he lost the presidency in book deals and in traveling deals and in television and everything else. He would have made millions had he lost. And to be very fair, I really feel like he really kind of wanted them to really, because if you realize when the impeachment started, he started doing a whole lot of dumb shit.
Yeah.
I feel like he really wanted to be put out of office, because had he been put out of office, again, the book deals, the TV deals, that's how he thinks.
But he's a reality star. He's a businessman. He's not a politician.
Exactly.
And so that's what confused me with people when they voted for him. How did the country didn't vote for him? It was the electoral college vote. So it's crazy.
Wait a minute. This said, I feel like elected officials should have a 4-year limit in office. They ain't got 4 years.
They have a 4-year limit. He can run again.
Yeah, but he can run for reelection.
Yeah, because
like, right now.
They mean one term is what they're saying.
Oh, okay. Break it down for the black people, baby.
But then we wouldn't have had Obama for the 8 years we had him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you live
8.
long enough, everybody gets a turn to be in power, and you're gonna find somebody that you don't like in power. Then eventually, you're gonna find somebody that you do in power. So it's the whole circle and wheel that goes.
Well, all I gotta say is the most important thing, we need to get out there and vote, and we need to let our voices be heard because we need to make the change. And I had a conversation with someone the other day that they told me, well, I haven't voted. Well, you need to vote because your vote counts. We need everybody's but I guess you're gonna come back somehow. But everybody votes count. So, you know, you need to start listening to them. You know, when we were younger, we didn't even think about politics and how it would affect us when we were younger. We were just running about the world, doing things and living our life. But as we got older and when we need these things like healthcare and all the kind of stuff like that, we need to start paying attention to what these people are talking about and what they're saying that they're going to do for us. So it's very important that you guys register to vote. So please, please, please go out there and vote and let your voice be heard. You know, we're not telling you how to vote. You got to listen to what they are offering and, you know, just be aware, you know, and vote. Don't y'all agree?
I do. I mean, I think voting is very, I don't know, I thought it was very kind of the thing that you do, only because I come from a family where my father very serious about it. So he's always voted since he was eligible to vote. He's never missed an election. And so all of us, his kids, we've always voted. And him and my mother have political views that are different from each other. However, we've always voted. Like, my first time voting was Al Gore and George Bush when they had the whole big scandal in Florida. That was my first big time to vote.
Oh, when they had to recount. When they had to recount
the votes in Florida, that's my first time voting. So,
and who did you vote for?
I voted for Al Gore that first time.
And the second time?
The second time for presidency, I voted for George Bush the second time.
And why?
And
look, just for the record, that was the time that I ran for Continental, and I had said Bush, because the question was who you think should be president and why, and I said Bush, but I wasn't into politics then. I just knew who he was. So you was one of the ones that voted for him. Maybe I encouraged you. Why did you vote?
Well, I voted for him because Kerry and Edwards just didn't connect with me personally when they was running against him. And it was not that I agree with everything Bush did, but I had more pros for him than Kerry and Edwards.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't even vote that year.
I mean,
that's why I know it's important to vote. I found out later on how important it was.
I didn't vote that year, but I'm gonna vote this year.
You better.
I vote from 18 years old, I've never missed an election.
I think we all need to vote. If you're of age, please do your civic duty. Think of all your ancestors that were beaten, bled, suffered, and died for our rights to vote. Exactly. So make your voice be heard, child, because it's crazy.
And the thing is, I think people were outside of Trump, but prior to Trump, you know, people got to vote for who they personally feel they connect to the most. To me, like, I can't vote for somebody just because you like the person or they like the person.
Yeah, we don't want you to vote because of the majority. We want you to vote because that's who you think has your best interest. So we don't want you to vote because everybody wants you to vote for.
Hold on. Y'all got to keep. Listen, you can't tell me to vote, then tell me how you want me to vote. Because I'm only voting with the majority. Because I don't. Now you gonna read me?
You have to know who. You have to know who you're voting for. Like, for example,
listen. Every time they get to the podium, I go to sleep. I can't even make it through their speeches to even know who I like.
You have to pay attention. Oh, you need to start reading some things. You definitely, Tevin, I promise you need to.
I tell them this too.
Yeah.
especially those. I mean, vote for president. That's good and stuff, but you really need to vote for those local elections. That's like most important. That's what like my father used to always like push us. We don't vote every 4 years. We vote.
Oh, the lights came on, y'all. Wait, hold on. The lights came on. Hey, Necole.
Hey, y'all.
You all right over there?
Finally, so we got some lights on, and they still kind of blinking on and off. So,
oh, you pretty,
everyone. Sorry, I'm late. We had a major black.
It's okay. You're excused.
We're talking about voting, and Tevin was telling us that he does not vote.
Hold on, Leo. Don't throw words in my mouth.
That's what Tevin.
I said I didn't vote that same year Chevelle didn't vote.
he loved to put it on me and what I didn't do. He didn't know if I voted or not.
I'm her child. You just told us.
The first time the first time I've ever took somebody to vote with me was the other day. So what are you saying?
Yeah, I'm the person she was reading, telling the other day about vote, and my voice needs to be heard. That's why I got this paper, because I had to go on out and get.
Amen. See, you got just, and it was Tevin. That's who I was talking to. And one thing I learned this year is that in Florida, previously convicted felons who have completed sentence and free from parole are not eligible to vote. Please, if you live in Florida, check your status. That's another thing, because people who are felons, they think that they can't vote, but they can vote. They just don't know that they can vote. But I'm hoping that they know by now. Savannah's back also.
Well, so, in Florida, that went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court sided with the governor. So that's probably gonna be ready this year.
And then they were putting a tax on it to make people have to pay. So I do know that LeBron James and a couple other major basketball players said that they are gonna get together and put a fund together to pay for those poll taxes. I just don't even understand how at this day and age that there's still stuff like that.
The other person.
Can you all hear me?
I didn't have any regrets.
I can hear you.
I didn't have any regrets voting for Bush.
Hold on, Cornelius. Hold on. Everybody, if you can hear Necole, I can hear. She's over there. I can hear. Necole, you good?
Okay.
Okay, what were you saying?
Oh, no, I was answering the question. I didn't really have any regret voting for Bush. I didn't necessarily agree with everything he did, but Harry and Ed connect with me. And then right afterwards, it came out where, hell, Edwards was cheating on his dying wife, and that ruined his political career. So, no, I don't have any regret.
Cool. So now we're gonna move on to our next topic. And last week we talked about Tamar Braxton, who, speaking of crazy, by the way, because we had said that man was crazy, and he is crazy. So y'all go out there and vote. Important. But Tamar Braxton took some pills with some alcohol and had to be rushed to the hospital last week. And the 911 tapes had been released when her boyfriend David had called the 911 and was telling them about Tamar. But in the process of him telling them about Tamar, he went into telling them what happened with Tamar and her watching the trailer of her new show and how that upset her and how WeTV is treating her like a slave and how she don't get paid. The Braxtons didn't get paid as much as the Kardashians, and all that kind of weighed on her, and she felt some type of way. So he was telling the 911 operator, all of this. So the Braxton family spoke out, and they didn't like the fact that that's what he did. So in the midst of that, Tracy Braxton puts out her trailer. Well, she made an announcement about her new show called The Couch, and everybody's on attack on her now because they feel like she shouldn't have done that because her sister was in the hospital fighting for her life. I feel like myself, they don't know in the midst of what she was doing when she made the post, because you still are contracted to do these things as an entertainer. And so you have to talk about these things on social media, even when your family is going through something like that. You didn't know that this was gonna happen. She was gonna do that, but these things are contracted, and you have to do these things.
Yeah.
So people are, jumping on her and talking bad about her because she did these things. But I think she was contracted to do these things, and that's what she had to do. But you don't know if she was there with her family. You don't know what she was doing behind closed doors. So don't be judging people when you don't know the whole story. So how y'all feel about it? And half of you on here is entertainers except for Cornelia.
Well,
said,
with
well,
anyway, well, no matter what you do, if she did say something or she did say something, it's always gonna be some type of backlash you get behind that. We already know that firsthand. You know, it's a career we chose, and we put ourselves out there, and people think that they have a right to all of that. But it's no different, I guess, than how we sitting here talking about a topic. Other people do it too.
Yeah.
And a prime example is, look what happened with Chloe. Chloe had just found out about a whole man stepping out on her and doing all of that, and she had to turn around the very next day and go to an event that she was contractually, obligated to.
Yeah.
So people
well, we're taught that the show must go
people
on.
are judged.
We're taught that the show must go on, no matter what. The show must go on, and so no matter what's going on, if you got something to do, if this is your job, you got to go to work.
And especially, for us, when this is all some of us do, and we pay our bills from our checks that we make on the show. So if we, can't go or can't do something, we can't do something. But with her, that's a post. You don't know what she was doing. You don't know how she was in contact with her family. Mm-hmm. So why attack this woman for something that she was contracted to do?
Well, because they don't care about all of that. When just like everything else in the world, when people want to be shady and talk shit about folks, they don't care about the circumstances behind it. They don't care. All they care about is the gossip.
That's all they care about.
That's all they care about is the gossip. They don't care about whose lives they bother, whose lives they shake. And then because we are entertainers, we're told to say, well, girl, you put yourself in the limelight. You have got to deal with what happens when you're in the limelight. And to an extent, that's fair. But my thing is okay, because I'm popular, does that not give me a right to?
No, but what that does mean is that you have to develop a thick skin.
Yes.
You definitely have to have that.
Absolutely.
And then you have to do like Cornelia said. Water off a
duck's back.
Well, baby, if I had to go and deal with everything that was said about me, bitch, I would probably be somewhere in seclusion.
Well, go ahead, Cornelia.
I just think you got to take the good with the bad. The same way you want people to praise you, or not even if you want it, but if people praise you and they go up for you, it's still going to be a certain group of people that might feel out of the way. So you take the good with the bad and you keep it moving. It doesn't mean it doesn't affect you either way, but that's part of the job. When you become this personality, you get these thousands or millions of people following you. People are not all going to love you. It's going to be some people with contrasting viewpoints.
Yeah. And also, you when they say that, okay, well, because somebody just made a comment that said the Braxtons don't bring the Kardashian coin. That's actually very true. Here's the thing: in business, a lot of people always want to bring it to race and things. What the race comes in when it comes to the consumer. In business, they market what sells. If you're not marketable, if they can't sell you, you are of less value. Now, if you have the consumer, because it's the consumer, even with like the drag race girls, it's always the white queens that have more followers than the black queens. Even though black queen, even with the black queens that have won, girls that have gotten eliminated on episode 5 have more followers than them. We can't get upset with the business because we still chose the business. Now, if you have an issue with the consumer, then you need to figure out how you can reach all consumers. Or
Yeah,
stick with
and they haven't had the same kind of run that the Kardashians have had, and they mama damn show ain't no Kris Jenner.
And also, the star of their show was Toni Braxton at that time. The Braxtons had their albums out, but they wasn't known. Nobody on that show was popular and was the superstar, but Toni Braxton. So she brought the viewers to the show. On the Kardashians, you already had Bruce Jenner, who was an Olympic star. So they want to see why he's on this show with Kris Jenner, and the whole thing with OJ and all of that, and then Kim with the sex tape. That drew them to that show.
It was drama. What it really was, what it really was, unfiltered, is it was rich white trash TV.
and they capitalized off of it.
And
they capitalized off of it.
They capitalized on it. It may sound messed up, but that's what it is. It was a bunch of drama. Yeah. That's what got them, because people enjoy the drama.
And the Braxtons just around here trying to put out a CD together, so that's not going to make as much.
And they've been talking about that since the first episode.
And still have not made that CD. So, do y'all think? I mean, have y'all ever been in a situation where y'all ever had to move on when there was a family emergency?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have. I know I have. And it hurt me to the core, but I know I have. But my family understood it.
The same thing, Chevelle. Both of our fathers died, and we both had to still be at work.
Yeah. You
remember I had just gotten out of jail.
Right.
Yep, he died. And I didn't even see him before he died. Then I made it to Chicago. I was working at the Baton. Then turned around, had to go to a funeral. Then turn around and come back here and had to be at work. But it seemed like nobody cared about that.
No.
By myself.
And my father died in the middle of Splash, at the beginning of Splash. I mean, so
the second day.
I still had to push through the whole weekend and go to work, because had I missed all that money that I was going to be making, how was I going to pay my bills? Mm-hmm. So you never know what an entertainer go through. Just know that we are human, huh? See how rude they are? They just gonna ask me questions and stuff. What in the hell? Don't y'all see I'm doing something?
I mean, they might as well ask you to hear them.
Yeah, I've been telling them, child, they loud and all that kind of stuff like that. And see, and I want y'all to know it's 3 people, and I'm social distance. I'm on my set. They over there.
I was at the club.
Didn't sound like it. Just rude.
But we know when it's yours, because you just ignore us when we start asking them questions.
Oh, so you know it's material.
Yeah. So when we kept on saying who background, we just kept on talking.
Because it's my children, child. I don't got time for that. My child and
tell them to sit down and be quiet. Put them in the corner.
Wait, your children.
It's Rob, and then hello. I'm on the show. I ain't got no time to be telling you nothing.
I'm doing a child check.
I know, but you check. We'll do that later on, honey. How about we'll do that on the after show? We'll do that on the after show. So if y'all want to see the after show, we're gonna go to the after show after this and talk more in depth about these topics and more. So you can tune in on the after show. But we will be on my YouTube page, Chevelle Brooks 75. So you have to go there to catch the after show. So moving right along. The Emmy nominations came out this week, so we want to give a shout out to a couple of our people who were nominated. Are y'all excited about the nominations? Or do y'all even care?
I can't even really get excited about it, knowing that there's not going to be a red carpet.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear from you. Because
all that virtual accepting award speeches and all that don't do nothing for me, baby. So
you don't think they still gonna get dressed up and accept their award and stuff and have at least a?
They gonna get dressed up, I think, in the house.
They gonna do a red hall.
Yeah, but see what it is that they do is they have all the nominees to pre-record an acceptance speech.
Oh.
And then that's when they do it. So they still won't even find out until that night.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
yeah, that kind of takes all the fun out of it for me. See, none of the award shows have been the same since Joan Rivers died, to tell you the truth.
True.
We watch award shows for 3 reasons: Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Picture.
Just dressed.
Well, this year we they changed the tune, and it's the most diverse nominees that they've ever had. And I just want to give a shout out. Right, I want to give a shout out to my sister Deja Smith. She's a Davenport that's Colex's daughter, my little sister. She's the makeup artist on Pose. She is nominated for her makeup artistry on Pose. We also have Laverne Cox, who was also nominated. She's nominated for Best Actress in a Guest Appearing Role on a something. I don't know if it was, I think it was a sitcom though. But that's another trans. And we also have Flame Monroe, who is nominated for her episode is Best in Directing on Tiffany Haddish's show, and the episode is called Flame Monroe. So shout out to all of them ladies who was nominated, because this is the most diverse. I think this is probably the most trans we had nominated. Trans individuals we had nominated.
And I'm so happy to see that Cicely Tyson got nominated again.
Yes.
And I don't care. Even though we got some great people in there, Kerry Washington, Octavia Spencer, Zendaya, Regina King. I just want to Regina King.
Yeah.
I just want Cicely to win. I think no matter what she's nominated, y'all give it to that lady. She's been in the business for years.
Baby, y'all get that woman what she deserves.
She just said, damn, on How to Get Away with Murder, she had already won for me.
Hello. And she's nominated in the same category as Laverne.
Yeah.
So we think my vote is for Cicely. My vote is definitely.
Got a lot of Emmy nominations too.
Yes, they did. We also have Kerry Washington, Regina King, and Octavia Spencer, the lead actress in a limited series, a movie. So it's like things are looking up for the African Americans, honey.
we just gotta keep riding this wave since they scared of us right now.
Because they show scared of us.
That's the thing that people don't want to say. That's
watching.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Baby, everybody's scared. There's their T's and dotting their eyes when it comes to black folks this quarter. So, and everybody else scared, y'all's president is scared because they know the power. That's why they're trying to suppress the vote.
Let me turn this down. Hold on.
It's all over the place. I was watching it. The NBA is playing in Orlando, and even on the NBA court, they have Black Lives Matter like on the court.
Yeah, they did it at the first baseball game. They had it put down on the pitcher's mound. And all of them had came out for the pre-warm-up game and wore Black Lives Matter T-shirt. And then both teams took a knee at the beginning for the national anthem, except for one. I can't remember his name. But he said he was a Christian and he didn't want to get down with Black Lives Matter. I said, well, that was very Christianly of you.
Girl.
Well, I hope Octavia Spencer wins amongst those other ladies.
That would be amazing if
You know what's funny to see now, after so much time has passed and all that we had kind of grew up with Brenda, and to see what she is now.
But the Emmys love her. She won like 2 at the back, so I wouldn't be surprised if she won either.
Yeah,
she won for 7 seconds, and she won for 7 seconds, and they took it off the air, and 7 seconds was everything. If you missed 7 seconds, please go back and watch 7 seconds. It was amazing.
Let me tell y'all so how nervous y'all got with the Black Lives Matter movement. They just took every TV show that was on the CW and started going to put it on Netflix, bitch. I'm so happy.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. How do you feel about the Latino snubs? Well, Some of them should. Some of them should have been there. Some of them should have been there, and they matter too. So I'm sure the Latin community is very upset because we will be too. Just like the year that the child won for Moonlight, I honestly think that he shouldn't have won. But I think what was going on in them Southern, that's why he won.
Who, Mahershala?
See, I can't say that. That's why I said the child.
and he's another one. He won 2 years back to back too.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he won Oscars back to back.
So they matter too because that's what we're seeing right now. They really mad because what's your girl name that's in Little Big Fire Big Liars or
Kerry Washington?
Not Kerry Washington. Reese Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon. But all of Reese Witherspoon's characters in those shows were the same.
Pretty much.
Reese Witherspoon acted her ass off in that movie.
She acted her ass off, but then you can put that woman in any 3 of those movies.
Kerry Washington too. She got the same facial expression.
Well, that's why she shouldn't win either. so that's that. They out of there. They out of there. And Monique's gonna give.
Let me tell you something. These award shows have been going on for years, where Black people have not even been acknowledged. Period. So guess what? Whatever they're giving us right now is much overdue.
That's just like pageantry. That's just like pageantry. They started Black Universe because of that. Just like they started BET and the Soul Train Award and the Fourth Award.
They sold out though. They don't.
What about Megan? Megan, I just want Megan to get her life together. That's how we want Megan. Not Megan the Trainer.
Is that what you're talking about?
But Drag Race was nominated for a lot of awards this year, so kudos to Drag Race. And speaking of Drag Race, our winner of Drag Race All Star Season 5, I think it is Shea Coulee. She's from Chicago, Illinois. That's one of your people's good, Necole.
I've never met her.
I met her once, and she's really sweet. She's from Chicago, Illinois, and
that picture right there.
Oh yes, ma'am. Mama, put that picture back in her right there. Grace Jones, and that sending that milk. Look at that chocolate in that milk, yeah. Yeah, ma'am. Black Girls Rock. But shout out to Shea Coulee. I just watched her other season when she was on season 9, maybe I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
They cheated her.
And well, I see what happened.
Had they not changed the formula, she would have won. Had
they
not had the lip sync.
Yeah.
She won the most challenges, everything. She would have won.
But that finals be about a gimmick. When you doing your thing and all of that just that you got going on, it's about the gimmicks that you have and all that kind of stuff. And that's how she end up winning.
Well, in response to your question, Naisha, I think there should be diversity, and I think it should be acknowledged by all platforms, the television, media, all of it. I'm just saying it's about time. That was where I was going with that. But no, I mean, without snubs, I don't watch too many Hispanic shows, so I don't know who should have been nominated in those categories or whatever. But yeah, I don't. I wish it was for everybody, but it was a good playing field that everybody was nominated. But am I happy about all them Black girls? Yeah.
But that goes to saying, do we just like in pageantry? Here we go again. Do we honor them when they're living, or do we honor them when they're gone?
No, I'm saying it should be for whoever is deserving of it.
Of the win. That's how everything should be done.
Should get it. I'm just saying I'm happy for us.
She was saying do we celebrate them now or do we set the standard of how it should look equally with work submitted? So I think that we should celebrate it now and whoever wins should win if they
I
deserve
mean, you know,
to
you
win.
can you
I
can
think we
celebrate
should
stuff,
wait.
But
you can celebrate stuff now, but you know, it's still certain clubs that still have the say so who is acknowledged. So you can still celebrate it amongst yourself, and you can still celebrate it. That doesn't mean that I have to celebrate Chevelle, but you can still be celebrated among other people and yourself.
well, that was a great character. Who was a great character?
Oh, wasn't Billy Porter nominated too? Compose?
Yes, he was. He was nominated too.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Drag Race, my sister's in the building. Hi, Raja. How do y'all feel about the trans actresses on Pose being snubbed?
Ooh.
Okay, well,
Well-
if we can be completely honest,
They
I
were good.
enjoy the storylines. I don't think they do the best of acting.
And that's what I was
Yes.
going to go with that.
I thought
That's exactly
Tyler
what I was
Perry
going to
wrote
go
it
with
first.
that. I enjoyed the show immensely, but
Yeah,
I don't think it's worthy of. I think the show is worthy of of nominations.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't think they are separately worthy of nomination.
no.
No.
They're not ready for that yet.
What's the real the light skinned pretty girl name?
Angel.
Who?
Angel.
Yeah, I think out of the girls, she probably does the best acting.
Yeah.
Miss Thing sounds like she's reading everything off the script.
Yeah.
I think so too.
And then MJ give me that she's looking at a cue card, reading hers right off of it.
Paper plates, me.
And
But,
that's
yeah.
why they show us the clips of the parts that they submit, but we don't see that until the show airs.
Right.
We don't see that till the show airs. So
That's the same.
What you say?
I was gonna say that's the same thing that I was trying to explain to people. Like last year with the Oscar nominations, I don't think that J-Lo deserved to win an Oscar. I thought her acting in the movie deserved a nomination.
Who you said?
J-Lo for Hustlers.
Oh, yeah.
See, and I didn't think, but you know, they took that part and said, but how you take just that part when you can have this woman over here tearing the whole movie up? Like, girl, come on. Like Frankie and Alice, for instance, Halle Berry, Frankie and Alice. She wasn't even nominated for that movie, and she was amazing in the whole entire movie. That was some of her best acting to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she didn't even get nominated for that. But y'all done nominated her for stuff she wasn't even good in. And she done won for stuff.
It's all about perception, though.
Clark, just singing was good.
And at the end of the day, they sent out ballots and people put in those selected categories on what that is.
Yeah.
And then even that year with the Halle Berry thing, remember it was so much talk about this is before the whole Will and Jada thing happened, when Will didn't get nominated and Jada and them didn't show up and say Oscar's not black enough and all that. And it was a whole big thing that year, leading up to the fact that it was so many years went past, no black person had been picked as a winner, and they gave Sidney Poitier an award, a Lifetime Achievement Award. Then they turned around and gave one to Denzel and to Halle Berry all that year.
All that year, yeah.
But you have to, if you look at the history of any of the awards, if you look at the history of any of the awards, people of color have never been nominated and really won for anything good. It was always for some of our worst work, really. Halle Berry had to sleep with somebody. Denzel Washington had to be at the. It's never the good work that has been acknowledged. It's the work that puts us.
Lying. Yeah,
but that's because they don't want to give those people those roles. They already have in their head that this person is supposed to be a white person playing this part. Well, if black people come from well-to-do families too.
But here's the thing. We've had black people in good roles. They still
like the Madam Moss Clark role.
Yeah.
I mean, but even when you look at Monique, what she won her Oscar, Monique won her Oscar for being a horrible, cursing out her child and saying all these rude, horrible things.
And that's what Savannah's saying. You have to sleep with somebody. You got to play this type of black woman.
You've got to play. In my mind, it is Hollywood's way of keeping us in our place. That's what it is.
Well, that's the good thing now that we're getting so many black directors and stuff like that.
Yes.
To put our stories out there.
But we need to tell Tyler Perry to step like just
Baby,
What do we need to tell Tyler Perry?
trying to step his foot up because bitch, all that shit that he be putting out. I just can't go back to the place. But we're gonna talk about that in the after show, and because we got to move along. So if y'all want to hear more about the Oscars, the Emmys, I mean, tune into the after show on YouTube, Chevelle Brooks 75. We got to move along. So we're gonna move on to social media tea, and we're gonna start with Trinity Black had made a post. Trinity Black had made a post the other day, and she had said that we were all going through some times and kind of just I want to quote it right.
Savannah, you like going.
Savannah is tickled, honey. Do you hear me?
It took me out.
Savannah.
Because I had
and girl, and I didn't even put it in because I didn't think it would show up. So that's why I didn't really want to put it in, but I wanted to read it. So extra unemployment ends this week. COVID is still rising. Breonna Taylor's killers are still free. And Benny still owes me money. Baby, everything is going wrong for her. So I didn't even know. See, that's how much out of the loop I am. I didn't even know Benny had owed no money to her. Did she just give up the pageant?
I don't know how you couldn't have known it because every 4 weeks she gonna post about it now.
But see, everything that it don't come through my timeline like that, so I don't get to see everybody's post. So yeah, when I saw it, I was gagging. I was like, "Girl, what? Wait,
she gave up not this past year, but the year before. This was her first year back as a former.
So do he owe her money from being a farmer, or do he owe her money from when she gave up the pageant? Where's this money being owed to? This sounds like me in Renaissance. What's going on? No, wait, Necole, where are you going? Necole, where's you going, girl? So where he owe her money from? We need to ask Trinity. So if y'all can get in touch with Trinity and ask her to come on the show and tell us what's the tea, girl, because we inquiring minds want to know just what had happened and why this man owe you some coin. You know what I'm saying?
I thought I was gonna be able to make it, but I see you're not gonna let me. So.
Well, girl, hey, cheers. Welcome back.
What Tevin left too?
Tevin had to probably go up.
Tevin how to do that.
Exactly. Shit. So, girl, do y'all know where this money thing comes? Tevin, that's your... Wait, Tevin. Hello, Tevin. See, see, y'all can't be doing that because that's your daddy, and so I know something. I don't know, okay. Glow. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and one nobody tell me nothing.
When Toby was on here, I stayed down.
Yes, you did, and I'm sure the people were
doing a line of questioning.
You said what?
That's because you was doing a line of question. Oh no, that was me.
Yeah, that
was you. Girl,
I'm sorry. Carry on.
Hey, son, I'm trying to find out what the problem is. So we might need to reach out to Trinity if y'all can. If y'all can reach out to Trinity and see what the hell is going on. And girl, cause we need to know. And
You want me to call her?
Oh, girl, you can call her.
Yeah, girl, I got a number. Hold on.
Oh, see, that's the better. That's what a guest is supposed to do. You think she gonna answer the phone?
We gonna find
She's
out.
probably watching. Her daddy is here.
Oh,
Benny is in here.
Benny is here and Deshaun.
Deshaun Black.
Yeah.
Girl, you know all you gotta do is post name and somebody's gonna tag them a call immediately.
Well, I'm so glad you guys are all here. So if I can get all of you to share this live and somebody, have a watch party, I would appreciate it, you guys.
Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, Chevelle 75.
4.
You said what, Savannah? 5.
Yeah, that's
Chevelle Brooks 75.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh,
Is
so are we waiting?
Is that me freezing up? Oh, Deshaun said he should.
You know Deshaun is ready.
Deshaun said he sure is in here. I didn't even know you was in here. That's my baby daddy. Trinidad is on here. Deshaun, what happened? Child, look, I'm just trying to figure out. I want to know. So if we can get in touch with Trinity to bring her on here. But Trinity, dad can't speak for Trinity. See, that's the thing. That's when you want to know something, you go to the source. And that's why I keep telling y'all, when y'all want to say, what she say about me, what she say about me, if she said something about you, go to that bitch and say, what you say about me, bitch? That's how you handle that. You eliminate the middleman, bitch. All of that bullshit. So we're going to go right to the source. And if Ben is on here, Benny might can tell us if he owes her some money or not.
I was gonna call her, but I forgot I blocked her on everything. I'm sorry.
Boo. Wait, I want y'all to know. Hold on a second. I was looking in the green room in the midst of this, and I guess had just fell completely out. Because I know she thinking, bitch, if y'all don't come on here, I got kids. So, but girl, you blocked the woman?
Yeah, I blocked her on everything.
Oh, so okay. For those of you who haven't blocked her, y'all go and y'all go and tell her we want to talk to her. And we can. You have screenshots of what? Send them to us, Judge. That's all you gotta do. Send them to us. And guess what? We will definitely talk about it next week on the show, and we will bring Trinity in, and we will get to the bottom of this. Because I feel like
she need her money right now. It's the pandemic.
The unemployment is getting ready to drop.
Bitch, and that's what she said. Bitch, the unemployment getting ready to chop, bitch, and all of that. I need my coins. Look here. I did my part. I did. And you did not you didn't dethrone me.
There's a bigger issue there than just Benny owing her money. I think the issue really comes to those of us competitors that allow ourselves to sign these contracts without getting what's owed to us. Why would you sign your name on anything if they're not giving you what they owe you, sweetheart? I'm not doing anything until you hold your up your end of the bargain, because what the issue is, they're not helping us. Technically, we're helping them.
And I'm gonna tell you this: I've won a lot of pageants, and I've signed a lot of contracts. I've never had a problem with anybody in their contract. First of all, because I've never got reprimanded for anything that I've ever done.
There's a difference between a showgirl and a professional.
And true thing. Now,
a lot of showgirls win pageants. The professionals are the ones that have a hard time winning sometimes, and when they do win, they're the ones held to a higher standard because they are professionals.
Yeah, but I'm tired of us being held to this standard and the promoters are not.
Oh, yes.
I went through a reign where I didn't even know that half of the board had left. And so
during your reign?
Yeah, and so I would see some of them and be very, and They were, well, why are you doing like that? Baby, I haven't heard from you. Oh, well, I'm not even on the board no more. You know, we stepped down and we left. So I've been through all of that before. So
I've never worked with anybody like that.
I don't even sign the contract anymore. I can't tell you the last time I signed one.
I don't even remember signing the contract for Continental.
That's because they make you sign it at registration. They slash that right on by you.
Oh, I never knew that, girl.
Everybody signs the contract at registration. That's what that paper is.
I never knew that.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
I see that goes to show y'all need to pay more attention to shit. I just signed it, bitch. Let's go. Let me go try to win this coin.
And I'll say this with Continental, I got all mine, or there was going to be a breach of contract.
I've gotten all my money in not every pageant, Big and Beautiful. I didn't get the rest of my money, and the guy ended up passing away. But I've gotten all my money.
Have you never got all your money somewhere?
I may not have gotten it right then. I end up getting it eventually.
I don't have as much experience as y'all, but I've never had that issue.
This now being Goddess International, this is the first time that I've ever had to uphold a contract. And she really wants me to uphold the contract in order to get these things that the perks that we're supposed to get from her. And I understand that. So I've, done that. It's a hard thing because I have a thing with time management. And I want to do things when I want to do them, and I'm gonna get to them when I get to them. It's gonna be done, but in order to get what I need from her, which is your stipend that you get at a certain amount of time, I had to put these things out. Now I want you to know she didn't hire me to do them or anything like that. She didn't say, "Okay, well, this is coming up," because I actually forgot about the stipend. But when she came to, she said, "Well, you did everything you're supposed to do," and I looked at, I thought, "Oh, okay," but I'm not thinking of it because I'm thinking of myself and my brand and how I want to be represented as Chevelle Brooks and Miss Goddess International. That's why I'm doing the things I do. So the things that I do come naturally to me as a title holder, and like you said, a professional. Because not at the end of the day, I'm still Chevelle Brooks, so I'm going to represent myself to the highest, and how I want people to perceive me to be.
Do you think some promoters play onto that same thing where they can shortchange you on your end because you feel I have to represent my brand regardless?
Yeah, but I think that is exactly why certain people get crowned certain things. See, I have a problem with they lay out this long list of demands that they want from you, but then they don't fulfill any. You're not going to tell me that I can't go do something else or something like that, and you're not providing anything financial. We spend so much money to compete and win, and then it's not even profitable. So the only thing you can turn around and say is, "No, I wanted to be this. That's why I ran," and all of that. But there's no reciprocation there. Some promoters, you don't even hear from them until it's 2 months before the pageant. Then they want to turn around and read you if it's not no contestants.
You talking about the promoter for your national.
My job as the queen is to get no contestants. You are the promoter. You are the one who's supposed to be promoting your pageant.
Because that's what you're supposed to. And I feel that the promoter is just that. You promote. You are supposed to be the promoter. You're supposed to put out everything that needs to be seen about the pageant. You're supposed to keep the pageant in the know. You're supposed to put out the blast. You're supposed to do all of that. I'm the face of the pageant.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah, but they don't think that. They think we do the pageant.
They think we some. But that's only. That's only in the LGBTQIA plus elemental P community. But because I always like to say, you don't see the queen of Miss USA and Miss Universe out here trying to get Miss Nevada to hold a prelim this year.
But here's the thing. The reason promoters do that is because this is what we fail to realize. We make it seem as if we need that title to be who we are. We forget that we are the brand, and that without us, the title is nothing and nobody. If there's no contestants, there's no point of having the pageant. So what happened is that the pageants have turned it to where you need us, you need MBU, you need MBA, you need Continental, you need all of these things to be anything in this industry. When the fact is, all of those industries need us in order to survive. So what needs to happen is when you go to a pageant and you realize they don't even take care of their contestants, why do you think they're going to take care of their queen? They don't even take care of the contestants. They're not even on time to show love and support to their contestants by being on time. If they can't start registration on time, why am I still competing? Because I need that title. If the runway is not even though I've spent thousands of dollars on this gown and everybody is tripping, but they don't overlook it because everybody's tripping. They think that we should see it and we should go around it. Why am I still competing? Well, I already gave them my money. If we had any self-control or anything about ourselves to say, you know what, I deserve better than this. You know what, I'm just going to take my hat out of this race because you don't value me anyway. Because what I know for sure, and people can say what they want, Savannah Westbrook is certainly an asset to wherever I am.
I think the promoters and the queens need to work together, and everybody needs to know their role. And you can't put everything on the queen. You can't expect the queen to do all of the work. You have to do the work too. And there are some promoters out there that don't do the work, and they expect for the queen to do everything. So that's and when you don't have the contestants, the people say, "Well, she ain't got the contestants this year." She can't make a contestant come and do the pageant. She can't make them do that. And I want to know anything that
that's what I had to tell a promoter. I said, because just like the year I won and it was no contestants, you didn't know I was doing it.
Exactly.
But you never came to me and asked me, nor did your queen. So how do you expect and turn around and say and get flipped out your mouth with me because there's not no contestants? I can't make anyone running no pageant.
I can't. I'm not pulling allegedly Tamara. I'm not pulling that.
And I'm not pulling no entry fees.
And I don't want because there are some queens that get people to buy into the system to make them look good. But what does that do to the queen the next year? When that queen don't have those prelims because those people pulled out because they only put in because she was the queen that year. That makes that queen who's actually somebody good, but people not, gravitating to buy prelims or nothing, but that don't negate the fact that she's a good queen. But to the people, she didn't have the prelims. She didn't get no prelims. She didn't buy no prelims. And she didn't get people to buy the prelims or nothing like that. So that makes her a bad queen. That's not true. And just because I didn't do what you thought I shouldn't have done during my reign, if I did everything that all my contracted obligations, where's my money? Because that's what this whole topic is about. Where is my money? I did everything that I'm supposed to do. I need to have my coinsetta at the end because even though I done spent over $2,000 getting ready for this pageant to give it up, I know I'm only getting $300-400, but I want it.
Yeah, these promoters, they bullshit.
I just wanted to say that this topic was not on my sheet. I didn't prep for this topic.
But you're a promoter. And you should have prepped for the topic.
Why you a judge?
You should have. I will say why you should have prepped for the topic, but you should have. But he's not only a judge; he's a promoter.
Oh, so he might think we read him.
No, I never think you read me because I've never had a contestant or a king, queen to never have money issues. I've never had money issues. I can lend you some money if you need it, but I don't have money issues.
Well, swing back here.
I understand.
They don't cut my unemployment.
My cash out there.
Well, look. Speaking of, you loaning money to people and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna talk about this in the pageantry in the after show on YouTube, Chevelle Brooks 75. But we're gonna go on to our next topic because comedians want to donate money. So maybe you should donate some money to some of these people who putting up these OnlyFans accounts because they saying that the showgirls, all the showgirls, are ready.
Chevelle.
Again, OnlyFans. I think
it's
Necole.
It's a saying in Tennessee. I'm sure they said in Texas, but I definitely say in Tennessee. A man that doesn't work doesn't eat. So they gotta work.
and you gotta get it how you motherfucking can. So now OnlyFans is not for me. I just could not see because you know how y'all are. Y'all are some shady people, and y'all will be like, bitch, y'all see Chevelle on OnlyFans, bitch. She got her own, just like they did Giselle. But you put it out there, bitch. That's because you want bitch the people to come and see and pay to watch you. Now people think that only
you tried to slide that by us. You said Giselle.
She posted it. Yeah, Giselle Barbie.
Oh, I didn't know. That was new for me.
Oh well, okay. Well, she posted.
I'm sorry, Necole. It wasn't you. It was Giselle.
OnlyFans coming soon, and so she got her OnlyFans, but it's not pictures like this. So people think that OnlyFans is only sexual. So because that's what people make it to be, but you know it's an OnlyFans. So bitch, if you got fans, bitch, and they want to come on there and see you bake a cake or get your cakes pounded, either way, you know it's for your fans to come and subscribe. So I have been getting like all these videos of girls and guys in these OnlyFans making their OnlyFans stuff. And I'm like, all right, well, bitch, get your judge. I'm not gonna promote your OnlyFans on here. I'm not gonna to like put up the people that I got because, or even tell it, because bitch, I'm not getting nothing from that. But speaking of though, bitch, if you want to advertise anything, you can hit us up. You know, it's $5 for flyers, $10 for videos, and we will play it. Now, if you want us to advertise your OnlyFans, bitch, let us advertise it. Send me $5. You can send me $20 for the month. $50 for the month if you got a video or however you want to do it. Just we will advertise your shit. OnlyFans, your Twitter, your Jessica fans.
Ain't that something? Considering ever since she had started the Boo Boo Room, I would go on there and say about my OnlyFans, she would never promote me. She would promote Tasha and Piggy and.
You never sent me a flyer for on your OnlyFans, but now I was.
You had to say, hey, back then you wasn't using the computer either. You had it on a piece of paper.
Come on, use my shit. Use my shit. Use my shit. Use my shit. We done had the hard way. We done had the hard way.
Every week. What about me? What about my OnlyFans? She would not even acknowledge me.
Well, girl, I'm sorry, but now that you have your OnlyFans, I'm charging $5.
No, after I wasn't supported by my community, I had let go.
Look, well, girl, all I want you to know is we will support you on your OnlyFans. But child, I say to each his own. You know, if you got an OnlyFans and you want to put yourself out there, you know, put yourself out there and get your judge. Don't you think?
I don't have a problem with it. By all means, I mean, do you? But you know, but don't forget that kind of stuff comes back to haunt you. You know, look at how many people now regret.
Yes, ma'am, Giselle.
You know, regret that they have exposed themselves or put themselves out there. Because I know me. Once I see you in that light, every time I see you, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, I'm getting ready to start one, but mine is more. It's more.
Well, I'm just gonna hope that when they send me a clip, that I recognize it's you before I open it.
Oh, but mine ain't like that, sis. It won't be like that. No.
I don't care.
Baby, because you up there nigga singing "Hey You," I was going to holler
if they don't send me.
No. So I will be. What me and my manager have been talking about.
I ain't got to watch no OnlyFans for you.
It's a leather chef.
Your whole life is a reality show. I don't even know how your phone stay charged up. Because you are on live all day long. The only time I ever know you to even get off live is when you cooking, when you're getting ready to eat, and when you get ready to take a bath. And then you say, I'm going to be right back.
Yes, I do. There's a reason why I do that, though.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you are the drag version of the Truman Show. I know what you are doing all day long.
Thank you, Naisha. It's your page. Do what you want. Baby, guess what? In order for them to see your shit, they gotta go on there and subscribe. So you gotta pay. You got to pay for it to see what I'm in here doing, bitch. So thank you very much. So
she must don't have nothing to watch tonight.
Everyone is
Who?
what I would wear
Nice.
on my live. I've posted pictures and things of that nature.
no,
My level.
I don't think he's telling the truth. I don't think he's telling the truth, Shane.
No, please, Naisha, don't do. No.
Yeah, don't log on if you're not a fan, or you just going in there to be nosy. So
yeah, that's what the folks do.
And do like Giselle say, subscribe, and subscribe to Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube. I want y'all to follow this live, love this live, share this live, have a watch party. If you feel like you want to donate to us and what we're doing in here, you can please donate to us down at the bottom. All our cash apps are at the bottom. And we will have an after show, and it will be only on YouTube. So you have to go to YouTube to watch it so we can move on with these topics, but we will talk about them and let our hair down and drink some more Pink Whitney, because we always have a Pink Whitney night on Wednesdays. Cheers. Okay.
Cheers.
Well, what you cheersing, girl? You like? Okay, well, since you did that too. And we still on this social. What you trying to say, Nia?
I'll say, Savannah promotes a different product over there, so she has to do different things.
Yeah, it's legal where she is.
So yeah. I'm with her when she right. So we're gonna move on along to
I'm on live all the time, honey.
Okay, because she gotta make her money though.
You was performing one night, Savannah. I was so enjoying it, bitch. You was doing your number, and the fan was blowing, and you was getting it, and you was all up in the camera. And you just say, "Bitch, I'm high." I said she'll perform her heart out tonight. Get it.
Y'all go subscribe to Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube so y'all can catch the dirt in the after party. We're gonna move right along. I need y'all to share this live and show us some love in our cash apps, because doing this ain't cheap, Jeff. Please, and I know some of you can't tell, but I appreciate the fact that you are here to watch the show and y'all support us each and every week. So we thank you. But those of you who can, please share the love. Please share the love, because guess what? I do need some things over here. Just I'm a shit that ran out. So we're gonna move.
Belle, before you go any further, I just want to acknowledge you real quick and thank you for putting this platform together for us to come on and do this. You know how our nightly conversations would have gone, and this quarantine and all that had really took an effect on me. You know how bad it did.
Yeah.
And this provided me an outlet.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Now I feel like I am being tangible with people. It's a difference in this platform as opposed to you just being on your Facebook or whatever. And it gave me something else to do and a little more purpose for something. So thank you for that.
I appreciate it. I thank y'all for doing it. I thank y'all for being a part of it, because I know y'all are not people that go live. But I feel like that you have a voice and people would love to hear what you have to say. And that's why I chose the three of you to be a part of this with me. And I invite people to be in on the topics with me, because I love what I'm doing and I don't make no money from it, but I think it's something that we can pursue. And so I really thank you guys for tuning in. I thank y'all for sharing it. I thank y'all for subscribing to the YouTube. I thank all the guests that comes on the show. All this stuff. I love y'all guys. I love y'all, Jeff.
Cue Savannah.
Okay.
So well, me and Chevelle had a conversation the other day, so Chevelle knows exactly how I feel about her and what I think about what she's doing. There is certainly a way to monetize it. There's certainly a way to get it to where you want to be. What's happening is absolutely amazing, and there's legends in our community. There's things that can be done. You just got to get with the right people. And I'll tell you this: when folks say they're really your friends and they really support you, you'll see that they'll support you, and you'll see it coming through. Because people will support you until you're doing better than them. People never want to see you do better. They want you to do as good as, but never better. So when you're doing something, you're stepping out. Don't worry about it because you're Chevelle Brooks, honey. People love you just because you are who you are. You're going to be amazing because you were born to be amazing. You're going to be successful because you were born to be successful. Not many girls can say before Drag Race came around, I was traveling around the country. People called for me and they trusted me and they wanted me.
Well, I thank you. I really appreciate that. And I thank everybody for tuning in because this is something I never thought that I would get into, but it has become this, and it has become my life during this quarantine. And being a person that say what she ever got to say on her mind and all of that, I would say, you need to have a talk show. You need to do this. You need to do that. I never thought that I could until I started doing this. So I really appreciate y'all for believing in me and all that. And in the midst of all of that, I do need y'all to go subscribe, though, Judge. Thank you, daughter. I do need y'all to go subscribe, though. So we're going to move along to our next topic. So, you know, it was some tease out there about the shade room thing, because as y'all know, the shade room being here and all that kind of stuff. And I want y'all to know, I've been having a pee and I've been trying to stay on here so long. Y'all know I don't mind getting up. I don't mind getting up. But big, you got okay, thank you. But so the shade room.
The shade room is here now and they're ready too.
Can I do my shout out? Shout out to the shade room. Hey, my people.
Yeah, I'm about to go take a break too.
Go ahead.
Wait, where you going?
I need to go take a pee break too.
Chevelle. Do your opening statement for this, and I got it.
Okay. So the shade room has been viewing our show, and they have been making comments, and they do what they do. They post their tea and all that kind of stuff like that. So it was a post made. I hope Miss Tevin St. James don't have nothing to do with that shade room bullshit. Just a thought, because I mind my business. And that was from Cameron St. James, Amon St. Clair, the designer. He said, my spirit is telling me it is no relation to Tevin St. James.
Joe Camel.
So Tevin been my son since 1993. He was my first child. And when he tell y'all like he got certain stuff in me, I beg to differ. But some of the stuff, some of his things that he does is me. And that one thing that he has gotten from me is to speak my mind and say what's on my mind and don't sugarcoat anything and to tell people how I really feel. And so he feels like that the shade room is him and that Tevin is behind the shade room. I told him myself that why do you think that Tevin would have time? What makes you think Tevin will even have time for that? And that's not him. That's not his personality. Everybody knows that if Tevin has something to say, Tevin is going to tell you right off the bat. If he got to post it, he's going to post it. He's going to say, and go read himself in the process. If he was wrong, bitch, he going to say, or whatever he did, he's going to say that. And if you know him, you know him. And you know that about him. So I'm trying to like, you know, and when you have a relationship like they supposed to have had, because that was his son. But, you know, of course, he has other fathers too. But, you know, if you had a relationship and you know this person, if you know that that's not them. And after we done been through, and if you look back on things that we have been through, if I have not done certain things to you, that because I know that you have done these things to me, if I have not put you on blast like that, what makes you think I would hide behind or a post or another page to say these things about you? So that's why I was about it. And I wanted to I told him that, you know, but he not seeing it that way. And he think it's him. So, like I said, we are our point of view. And if you post it, we go talk about it, whether you are on the panel or not. And so that's why some people are not here, because they felt some type of way about bringing them up in conversation. But if you're a part of the conversation, you got to be a part of the conversation. And that's how it went. And so Tevin, I told Tevin, we talking about it. Before we even talked about it and went into everything, I told him, well, you know, we're talking about this on Wednesday, right? So that's why he ain't said nothing, because he has a platform himself. Tevin. Do anybody have any questions for Tevin before or about the situation?
No. So all I want to say is that when I saw him popping up, I kept telling Tevin before it happened. I kept saying, "Oh, Tevin, do you see all this stuff? Is this you?" Although I knew it wasn't, I was picking. But that's why every time they kept popping up, I kept saying, "Are you seeing this?" But I know that if you have something to say, you're just going to go ahead and say it. So, is there anything that you would like to just go ahead and get off your chest now?
Oh yeah, Miss Joe Cameron's just a bitter queen. That's mad because I wouldn't allow her. I don't know. You said Joe Camel? That's her name in Texas.
Who is that?
That's Armand Lewis. She looks like a camel, so the kids used to call her Joe Camel because she had pink lips. Now, Miss Thing followed Tigger down here to Atlanta, and she became homeless and felt like I was supposed to allow her to move in just because we were whatever. And that's not the case. I don't fuck with everybody, and everybody can't stay in my motherfucking house, especially when you're in my house rambling and going through my thing. Now, Miss Tiana put her ass out because she was stealing her drag. So, bitch, I know you was gonna steal my drag. So, no, ma'am, you couldn't stay over here. So now she mad and she want to read. But you can't read nobody with a house, bitch. You got to get a house to read a bitch with a house. And bitch, how you create me? You can't create no motherfucker that make more money than you. Oh, okay.
Denise, do you have to say on this topic, because it was rumored that you were in that room too?
I'm not in any room. No. Let me explain something.
They say that you were a part of a private group.
I want to be in the private group.
So, Tevin, so you're not a part of the shade room, right?
I want to be a part of the shade room.
But okay, so I'm asking you a direct question, so you can give me a direct answer. You're not a part of the shade room.
I'm not. I don't even know what they read that baby about.
Now, just for our viewers out there, I will let you all know that it was confirmed by the Shade Room that, and they openly came out and said that it's not Tevin. So all of the rumors that are going around that it's him, all that can be seen. How am I pulling it? I'm just trying to get to the heart and the meat of the matter. But they did publicly come out and make a statement saying that it isn't him. So you all can get your panties out of a ruffle and start looking around you who know a lot of your business.
They did say it wasn't him. They did make.
I just think a lot of us want to, if we say something about somebody, Savannah, Necole, Tevin, Chevelle, we want you to know that it's coming from us.
Absolutely.
Right. Exactly.
So if it's Tevin,
I can't get popular if I hide.
So
my thing that I always said, and I said it for years, that I don't have to talk behind nobody's back. Anything I have to say, I know how to address them with it. And if it by chance got to you first, I wasn't talking behind your back. I just hadn't got to you yet. But when I saw you, I was going to take care of that.
I was on my way.
There's been quite a few bitches who always had that statement about tap me on the shoulder. So there's a few bitches that I went to tap them on the shoulder to let them know. And I ain't never claimed to be the baddest bitch around. But I tell you this, two things they don't want is this mouth and these hands.
Because I've said some things on social media and I got my backlash, but people made those posts about me, but they didn't put my name in them. So I reached out to the people. But when I reached out to the people, they ain't got shit to say. So he called him out. So what you got to say to him?
And then blocked me on top of that. So I had felt like Necole had felt last week, and so they had put me in a tit. So I'm gonna get you some. I'm gonna wear that book out.
So so what we at now, you guys, is just in case if you just not tuning in, there's a group called the Shade Room, and they've been making posts about people. They tell you they tea and all that stuff, and it's going on from Texas, Florida, Georgia, ballroom scene. So they put all the kind of stuff out. They put if you're on OnlyFans and all that kind of stuff. They put your tea out there, you know. And so basically, they saying it's Tevin because, well, Armand is saying that it's Tevin because he feels like he's the only one that would think of him enough to do that. So Shade Room put out a statement, and they even messaged me and told me we want you to know that we are not Tevin, and and that
and a long statement too, Chevelle.
Yes, a very long statement they put out and saying that you know it's not him. So we want y'all to know that it's not him. I said you ain't got to. So the Shade Room is actually in here and they are watching, and so Tevin, so how you feel about it?
Yeah, we already talked to you. Here went to the bathroom.
Okay, well, I want to go back.
I Kevin directly.
You want me to give her history then?
I'm sorry, we can't do that.
Because I didn't know my child said.
Yeah, I get. See, I can't remember what I said there. I'm on my Whitney too.
Okay, well, now
Chevelle, I Kevin is still part of the room. He said no.
When I met the baby, he was sleeping on somebody's floor. And then he was getting tapped and he was printing hot checks. So I told him, you can do better than that. I made him be a man, get up off them folks, stop getting beat up, and print checks and get some money for it.
Okay. Well, you took the easy route easier than I thought. So you let him out. You let him out very, very lightly and very professional. I'm proud of you. Okay.
Also, you want me to tell everybody how my child left me in jail for 2 years for $1,200 and then robbed me at my house and stole everything out of my house. Then when I got jail, he said I gave it to him. And I made him strip butt naked at the club.
But you ain't never told nobody none of this stuff on social media and all.
Yeah, because you told me if I make my bed, I have to lie in it.
Okay, so, but you
so
know,
I've been lying in there until this weekend. Now I done got up.
When you make posts about people, please have facts. Just have facts. That's all I need y'all to do.
Yeah.
So was this is your child, Tevin?
Oh, go ahead.
It used to be until I went to jail. Then he robbed me and made Monty his child. Monty his daddy.
But yet it's still you. Now you should tell me to watch the show. but yet it's still you took your child in when your child needed help.
He called.
This is as recent.
Well, so, yeah, because he called me out of the blue sky and said Kiana had put them out. And that they didn't have anywhere to go. And so he came over to the house and I allowed him to spend the night. Then he left and him and Tigger got into it. And then he came back over here. Now, at no point did he ask, can I stay or no shit or nothing like that. He just took up his cross. Well, no, I don't operate like that. You ain't put no deposit or no shit. I paid all that to move up in this motherfucker. So he had to leave. And so at that point, I became bitter. I became lonely. I became miserable. But bitch, you trying to stay up in here with me, nigga? What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so now he reading. And so before the corona started, that's when he started the shit about the contacts. And then you told me to let him make it. But at this point, hey.
I sure did. He called me and said that he said this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. And I said, child, just pay it. Don't pay no attention to it. We'll move on. And so, you know, it's a lot of stuff that he could have did on social media, but he didn't do it because of me. And you know,
I let him and Miss Chelsea make it.
And so therefore they believe these things. So that's why I'm like, I can't believe that y'all would think that it's him. It's not him. It's not him. And why would you think that? But we'll talk about more of that in the after show on. Now you somebody stop.
Talking to Gary.
I know. With Gary cutting up. So we'll talk about.
He basically made your daddy his daddy. So now he's your brother. So now he's your brother. That's your brother.
I had to learn this no relation stuff the hard way. That's why I keep telling them children every time you turn around, you look up and they, grandma, baby, I didn't pick you. I picked my children. They picked you.
Yes, but this is a funny story about that. No relation got started behind Armand.
See what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah,
See what
because
I'm
when I
saying?
didn't want him to be my child, Chevelle antagonized me and kept on saying, "Oh yeah, that's your child," and I would holler, "No relation." And so it was an inside joke for the longest, and I just made it public. See, he no relation. That's Monty child, but we no relation.
So we'll talk about it more on the after show. Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube right after this. Please share this love, share the love, share the live, and have a watch party and do all the things. We're here each and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Oh, Lord Jesus. Pink Whitney. It's Pink Whitney Wednesdays. We're here at 10 p.m.
You over there on that mountain time with Desiree.
But bitch, I was just going to say, we are 8 p.m. over there with my judge. So we're going to move on to the next topic. So I was scrolling through Facebook and I came across a funny story from Angela Stanton. For those of you who don't know who Angela Stanton is, she's a United States House Georgia rep, and she was talking about transgender women and men having kids, and she made a post about it, and it became public news. Let me see. She said, "What are your thoughts about this? For me, as a woman, I feel disrespected and cheated. If black people can get offended by white people wearing a black face, why can't women get offended by me impersonating women and vice versa?" But she meant
First
men.
of all, girl. Oh my God.
And so, it kind of bothered me because I know transgender women who have kids. I know transgender men who have kids, and I don't see anything wrong with them wanting to have a family. We're human. Just because a trans man become this man, he still have a want to have a child, I'm sure. And if he can bear his own child, why don't he be able to do that? So I just think that she was wrong. And you have to look at it like that. And it's not your business how someone choose to live their life. And that's what we need to make people understand. And you was getting ready to say something, Savannah?
Yeah, it bothers me when people make the comparison with race and sexual identity. It is not the same thing. You cannot put them together.
No,
that
you
sounds
cannot.
ignorant. It is, first of all, to be very, Wanda Sykes said years ago that she had to make a public apology for that it was harder to be gay in America than it is to be black. That is true. That is a fact. The reason she had to apologize is because it made black folks uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. We continually argue about having social rights and civil rights and equality, but black folks are the main folks that hinder the equality of other folks. You cannot ask for equality when you're trying to suppress someone else. And then you can't use it to make it seem as if it's the same thing. It is not the same thing in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah. I don't get how an oppressed people want to oppress other people. That's still baffles.
That baffles me. Even like how are you? But we have it in our own. We have prejudice in our own community.
That's the whole crowd, the crowd mentality.
Crab in the barrel.
What's the crowd mentality?
Well, okay, so my grandmother used to say something very controversial back in the day. She said that the civil rights movement was one of the best things and the worst things to happen to African Americans in this country. Because before then, we knew who the enemy was and we had to stick together. After then, we felt like we could be on the same level as the enemy, so we became enemies of each other instead of sticking together to rise above it.
Yeah, so, I just made that statement last week.
Yeah. So I know personally women and men who have children. I know a trans man who's with a woman and they have a baby. He didn't care the baby, but they have two beautiful kids and how they raise them. And his child is one of the most smartest kids I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the young man at 2 years old was smart. So for her to think that, you know, how if this trans man wants to carry his baby, how do you think it's not right for him to do that? Just because of how he wants to live his life.
Here's the thing. What African Americans fail to realize is that you can't say, this is why people don't take us seriously when it comes to a lot of things, because you can't say in one breath that you have to treat us equally, and then the very next week you are fighting to treat someone unequally. You can't say I want civil rights and not want it for everyone. The original civil rights movement, we have certainly moved so far away from that it is not even, it is certainly a distant memory, because it was about everyone.
Right. That's why I always say civil rights, gay rights, racism, all that. It's all a civil right.
It's all a civil right.
At the end of the day, we're all human beings. We want the same thing as the next person. So why is it that it's all right for you to love who you want to love until you die, but I can't do it? And why is it that whatever it is I'm choosing to do with my life is affecting you so?
And my family. But like Trent just said, I know it looks funny to him. He said it looks funny to him to see a trans man, and you know he's happy for them, but it makes you look twice. And it makes you look twice, but then, okay, you don't know if that man fat. You don't know if that man has something wrong. I know plenty of men that have something wrong with their belly. You know, you don't question the fact of that, and you don't even question the fact of that man being pregnant, first of all, unless he put that out there.
But at the end of the day, how is that affecting your life and what goes on in your home?
But even if with it some exactly, but even if it's something you look twice at, all of us are looked twice at. Everybody. If somebody got a fucked up haircut, you look twice. If somebody got some fucked up makeup, you look twice. Somebody came outside looking like they should not be looking, we look twice. So you can't get offended.
When you walk in the store and you're black,
you're black. You look that girl. You better say it. You better say it.
So the same twice. When you look at them, that's how the folks be looking at us every day when we walk out of our house. No matter what the room is you walking into, that is going to be the first thing that is noticed is your race. I don't care how clean cut you are. I don't care if you got a fucked up haircut.
But I don't even think that the trans man just be happy that they bring it in a life, you know, and that the child that they're bringing in comes out healthy.
But see, you have to realize what a lot of these people have done, have taken. What has happened, and what is happening is that a lot of those individuals are taking on the slave mentality, and technically now, because they feel like they're on the uprising, we are those individuals. Because people nowadays feel like, oh, we've got to oppress somebody for us to speak, or for us to be what we need to be. So that's what's happening. They got this mentality that we don't deserve it because of whatever. Yeah, this is against Bible. And that's what really annoys me when people bring scripture into it, where you can't put a book that has been rewritten so many times, especially when we're not even studying the original. I brought someone in, and she's a transgender woman herself, and her husband is a trans man, and they have 2 beautiful kids. And they were the first couple that I've actually met, a trans couple that I met. So when I see them, I just see how beautiful the family looks, how smart the boys are, how accepting and loving they are, and they are so friendly, and you know they are so loving, and that's what you teach your child. So I have her, and she's Miss Trans USA. She's from Louisville, Kentucky, and her name is Bianca Necole. Hi, Bianca.
What's up?
How are
Bianca.
you? Welcome to Our Point of View.
Hey, Chevelle. I'm good. How's everybody doing tonight?
Everybody's really good. I thank you for I thank you for being on the show and waiting so long to be here because I know you have a family. I know you have
Oh,
kids that you had
girl,
to put to
it's fine.
bed.
I'm on my second win right now, so we good. And I'm
Oh,
on fourth
okay.
class, so we good.
Well, cheers.
Cheers, mamas.
So, when I first saw you, you're from Atlanta. And
Correct.
what I know you're from Atlanta, you lived in Atlanta and all that, and you won some titles and everything, and you have a husband who is a transgendered man.
Yes.
And you and your husband have two beautiful kids. How do y'all how do y'all teach your kids about growing up in society today?
So just in the LGBT community, period, like y'all were saying earlier, you can go into a room and you see something that's a little different. People are going to look twice, regardless. So being someone who's transgender or and walk into a room and being looked twice, you're always looked at, and you always have this feeling of, why y'all staring at me? Why are you looking at me? Why are you talking out your mouth and everything like that? Raising our kids, we've always taught them about acceptance and equality of all genders, all races, and all walks of life. Because my husband and I have been put in those situations where we had to be ridiculed or laughed at or be put in the spotlight when all we were doing was trying to just live our lives. And we just tried to teach that to our kids, that there are people that are going to be judgmental, but you don't need to be like that, because everybody is equal. That's how we try to rate them.
And I think you've done an amazing job because I met your sons, and I think they're so sweet and they're beautiful kids.
Thank you.
When y'all were having the kids during the pregnancy, how was that? How did y'all maneuver through that, and how did people treat you?
So when I first met my husband, it was before he was beginning his transition. So for the first pregnancy, throughout the first pregnancy, he was still identifying as a woman, but he was then also coming out to me, and we were slowly getting him through his transition at the same time of him being pregnant. So whenever we would go out in public, it created a lot of anxiety and a lot of dysphoria for him. Because of all the stares and all the comments. And it's one thing to see something that's different and then do a double take, right? It's another thing to go out of your way to be rude and to discriminate because it's something that you don't understand.
Right.
So for us, we just had to do a lot of woosah moments just within ourselves, check in with each other to make sure that we're okay, especially for him, because he's now identifying as a man and he's in his third trimester. So that really does a lot for him. That really did a lot for him mentally, and really put him through a lot emotionally as well.
Wow.
So we just had to remind ourselves that we are in it. We love each other, and nobody else matters. Everybody else can just fuck off.
I know
And
that's right.
that's really how you have to be, especially with kids, because so many times people had their negative comments about, oh, well, why are two transgender people raising kids? Those kids are going to be fucked up in the head. They're going to be,
and they don't understand that either.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so, seeing those kind of comments and on social media, it was hard for us, but essentially the kids are now 9 and 7. So we have seen how they have developed, and everybody can just fuck off with whatever they have to say, because we have proven these people and these trolls wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it is your normal.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And
'Cause
I mean,
feel
everything is a learned behavior. So with our kids, we're teaching them, this is not necessarily how society is, but this is our family. This is how our family is. And
Right.
we are a very special and unique family. So, and sometimes people may not understand that. And I even told our kids young, I said that you may come across people that will make fun of this, or friends who just don't understand it. So, if you go and say that daddy gave birth to us, they're not really gonna get that.
So your kids know that daddy gave birth to them?
Yes. So we've had that conversation already.
How did that go?
The kids, it was interesting. We had to, of course, with children, they're delicate. And so you have to make sure you say things in a way that they'll understand.
Mhm.
So we told them that our family is very special and very unique. And that in most families, mommies are the ones that are going to give birth to the children. However, in our family, like seahorses, daddies are the ones that are giving birth to the kids. So using something in nature, using something that's already in our world to give that comparison, really helped out. And they didn't question it. They were like, okay, cool. So it's not, they didn't go and say, oh, well, we're different. Oh, y'all are trans, or, oh my God, I'm so I'm so embarrassed. So none of that ever happened.
Well,
I
that's truly a blessing.
Because I'm a parent as well. Me and my husband, we have 3 children. And when I came into the picture, I came in as a drag queen and all of that. So it was certainly, because my daughter was 7 when I came into the picture. So it was certainly a lot of questions. And then I'm a very involved parent. And so when they know who their father is, and then here come both of us and their mom, it was always an issue. It was always a double look. Yeah.
So how is schooling for them and the kids? Do they know, or have they been questioned about it? Is there any problem there, or is everything?
No, the school that my kids go to is a performing arts school here in Louisville, and I actually know a lot of the staff just by being a showgirl and them coming out to the club and having seen me perform and things like that. Or even our interviews that we had like on 2020 a couple of years back. So people know who we are, and they are very accepting, zero tolerance on discrimination type of school, and they welcome diversity. So the staff knows, and it's not. All they see is parents with children. That's how it should be.
It was funny because Necole introduced a show to me called My Husband is Pregnant on TLC. And so I watched it last night, and I never even thought in my mind, because that's how I looked at it. I looked at it as parents with children, parents who love kids, regardless of how they got here, they are raising a child. And as long as the child's health is okay and the well-being of the child is great, that's all I'm worried about. I never thought about what it would look like and how society would perceive them or even think about it until I saw the post and then I saw the show on TLC. So I was like, this is like amazing, but it's also a topic that, because people don't understand. Right. And I'm sure they do wonder what the hell is going on. But
and the thing and the thing about raising children though is that it's all learned. If you teach them that transgender people are bad, well, guess what? That's what they're going to believe.
That's what they're going to believe.
Yeah. And that's why there's still so much racism now, because it's taught.
because it's
No
taught.
one is born a racist.
Nope.
So you're taught that at an early age from your parents. Your parents mimic you and how you are. But I thank you. Do y'all have any questions for her?
No, I just want to wish you continued success and happiness for your family. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Good seeing you too. I do
You
miss
look-
home sometimes.
You look beautiful.
Yeah.
God bless you and your family, and thank you for doing this and sharing your story with us.
And
Well,
get
thank
ready
you
for
very,
the
very much for
teenage
having
years,
me.
'cause
I
they
really
are
appreciate it.
What you say, Savannah?
I said I told her to get ready for the teenage years because they are a hoot.
Oh my God, no! These I'll
My
tell you
baby
what,
is
these children,
17.
they are. I mean, they're 9 and 7, going on 39 and 37. They're like little adults, and like I'm like, I don't even know how my parents handled me, let alone me trying to handle parents. I mean, there's a lot of times I just want to backhand them, but I love them so much.
Well, I
My
thank you,
daughter-
Bianca.
All
Thank
right,
you so much. Tell your
Bianca, for
husband, tell your husband hello and get a kiss my love. And you have a good night. Thank you for tuning in and
Will
coming on the
do.
show.
Y'all do the same. Thank you again for
Bye
having
bye.
me. Bye now.
Why wouldn't you see what the husband look like?
He's asleep. Because she.
You ain't got no picture.
I didn't want to say, but when I was even in shock when she had said that he was at the beginning of his transition, because I didn't know that, because I look at him now and I'm like,
But listen,
he's so handsome.
What's the third trimester? I thought that was a pregnancy. Is that
That's
what
what she was saying. That's what she was talking about. She was.
I thought she was talking about his transition. I was like, wait now.
No. Oh my God.
I'm trying to understand.
I know, and I told you to ask questions, son.
I'm trying to understand. Y'all say no questions or no questions. Listen.
What you say, Cornelius?
I had a couple questions, but she came on and you answered it out so quickly. But I think like with her diverse background, and the kids will be more well-rounded when you have parents that are not the typical norm for what society says is parent. The child becomes more well-rounded.
Yes.
But like, I'm so interested. I want to see the bird.
It's the same bird.
It's the same bird. You just want to see a man giving birth.
I think it's gonna give me something different than two breasts sitting up there and I wonder if you're gonna be like.
You can watch you can watch TLC. My husband is pregnant, and they go into the room with some of them as they're giving birth to the son. And so I'm laughing at Naisha. But I also have someone else who's a transgender woman who also has kids, and so we want to bring her in. This is Amaya Glamazon. Everybody welcome Amaya Glamazon. Miss Black America.
Hey, Daddy.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, Cole. I love you. Hey, Savannah. Hey, Tim. Hey, Jules.
Hey, Jill.
What's going on?
Thank you for coming to Our Point of View tonight, and I thank you for waiting in the wing and tuning in.
Yeah, feedback.
It's a feedback.
I think it's Amaya, take your earphones out.
Take them off?
Let's see if that works.
Okay.
I still want to see it.
You hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
It's a feedback.
Okay.
It's some
feedback.
Ooh. Hang up and
come back in.
Okay, let me see.
Like completely hang up.
hang up and come back in.
Hold on, let me see.
So we're gonna take her out and bring her back in. She has is it 2 kids, Necole, or 3?
I think she had 2. I believe it's
2, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 2.
Maybe the girls was getting it in before the transition.
Yeah. Girl, wasn't I getting it in? I would have never. Well, for me, I had a crush on one girl, but we wasn't gonna get it in just because I already knew my teeth.
Now you always been a
But
lady.
Necole, you know I gotta go and do my gist. So can you take that?
You got pee.
Wait, hold on. We got feedback again.
You should start playing James.
Hello.
You're Miss Black America and then first about pee.
Did you get your money to pay for your Wi-Fi?
Benny.
Hello, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
No, girl.
When you come in, it's feedback.
We can hear you, but it's some feedback somewhere up in that there.
Please play Janet Jackson feedback.
Wait, where do you have your phone? How do you have your speaker?
Okay, do you hear me now?
That's better.
Got 3.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can take that filter off.
No filter, boo.
Yeah, it's a flame or something going around you.
No filter. You can't do that on live.
You need to stop smoking. There's too much smoke in there.
I'm cooking.
He's so big.
Thank y'all so much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. Go ahead, Necole.
Conversation. I want to say that I'm open to any questions. Any questions I can answer.
Well, we're basically talking about the dynamics of transgender community and them having biological children, and like, what is your relationship and how are the dynamics, like your family dynamics, and how are you bringing them up in the world?
Well, I first want to say I have 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 boys and a daughter, and my daughter is 4. My youngest son is 9, and my oldest son is 10. And they're both by lesbian women, studs, or now one is trans. The first one is not trans. She's a lesbian. So I have 2 different
Baby mamas.
Baby mamas. 2 different baby mamas. I would have to say when I first came out, I felt like it was my duty to have kids due to my mother. My mother always was like, I would never have grandkids. I would never have grandkids because of the lifestyle that I chose. So it was more like, okay, how can I make everyone happy at the time? But even though I didn't mind having kids of my own and having kids for myself, I didn't mind that. And when I was younger, I was I can recall me always saying when I was younger, I would always pray that I had 3 kids and I wanted 2 sons and a daughter, and I want my sons to be older than my daughter. And that's just what happened. I had my 2 sons and my daughter, and my family was very, very supportive of my lifestyle at the time. When I first started having sex with the fish, I was
the fish.
when I started having sex with the fish, child, I was.
Hold on, wait. Before you started having sex with the fish, were you already transitioned?
No, I was already getting. I would say that I had already transitioned, but I was getting face work and things of that nature. I didn't live my everyday life as a woman at that
You was
time.
in the process.
So your child that's 10 years old, he kind of grew up
He
with
knew me as Mister.
Yeah, so he kind of grew up with you,
Yeah.
transitioning through the lifestyle too.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I wanted to get at.
Exactly. So
Okay.
when that happened, I had my son, which is 10 now, and his mother was lesbian and she was stud type, very stud type or whatnot, and it was hard due to the fact that my family was very on, oh, he's gonna be confused. He's gonna be confused. He's not gonna know what's going on. So at that point in time, me being um quote unquote just a drag queen, I wouldn't allow my child to see me in drag. I would do drag at night before I come home. I would get out of it. It I didn't allow him to be exposed to that part of me.
Hmm.
So when that happened, as time progressed, me and that person, we ended our relationship, and I got on with another person, and we had two kids, which is another son and a daughter, and it was very it was very difficult because at the time I was constantly told that my kids would be confused, and I didn't understand why couldn't it be that my kids loved me and accepted me and knew me for me.
So
What
in the process of you, them telling you, that your child is going to be confused, how did you raise them, you and their mother?
The way I raised them was not showing them.
So you
I
hid
didn't.
it.
I hid it. I hid it away I hid it away. I wouldn't allow them to see me in drag. I wouldn't allow them to see me um, do anything of that nature. I would not allow them to see me. If it was something like rhinestoning something or doing anything of that, I did not allow them to see that.
So as they
So,
go ahead, Cornelius, let me see what you say.
so your kids, do you feel they weighed like a major? They waged a major factor in you transitioning full time.
Most definitely.
Like, how was that process for you to choose to like say from hiding to saying all out full time?
As my children start to grow, certain things they start to pick up on. Certain things I start to basically get kind of sloppy with the things that I hid from them. I start to get sloppy, and they'll start seeing things, and they start asking me, asking me about things. And then with me semi transitioning with getting Facebook and stuff like that. For an example, I was it was one time where my son would go outside, and his guy friends would come over to the house, and because I was different, because I was transitioning, it was like I was punishing him for no reason at all, because I didn't allow kids to come to my house and stay the night. I didn't allow them to come in my house and play. It wasn't no they can come in the house and play games and stuff.
So you
Get to
feel like you were punishing your child because of the
I felt like I
lifestyle
was
that you were.
punished my child for my lifestyle,
So when you
and I
finally
didn't.
opened up to your child and start showing him your transition on your other kid's child, your transition, how was that to them, and how did they respond to that?
Well, like I was saying, it was some kids came over, and I was sitting on the couch, and I was looking out the door at them play in the yard, and I came out, and they was jumping on something. I was telling them not to jump on it, and he was like, "My daddy, my daddy said don't do that." And the little boy said, "That's not your daddy, that's your mommy." And it hurted me so bad because he was very defensive about it. He said, "No, that's not my daddy, that's my mommy. I mean, that's not my mommy, that's my daddy." And he was very defensive about it. So it hurted me because it felt like I was taking my child through something that he didn't choose to go through. So it
So
was very, very hard for me.
as you transition and you're now Amaya, and you look like a woman. How do your kids identify you as?
Daddy, daddy. And the reason being is because I grew up without a father. I grew up without a father. And when I grew up, I told myself, I said, if I was ever blessed to have kids, I would never be the father that left me on the porch waiting for him to come and never came. I would never be that father to my children. So when it came to my kids, I felt like for me to be for me to transition into this person, it would be selfish of me to take the right away of them having a father. It would be very selfish of me. It would be very selfish that because I transition, I expect for everyone to transition with me, especially my kids. So my main focus was accept me for who I am and yet still give you the privilege to have a father, to have a daddy. And to this day, they call me daddy. To this day. And I wouldn't have I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way. The only thing that I hate about it is when we in Walmart and they on one aisle and I'm on the other aisle and they say, Daddy, I'm like, oh my God, they gonna get me clocked. Y'all gonna get me clocked.
Look, the first thing you scream out is got me.
When they say, Daddy, I say, where he at?
Where he at?
I got you somewhere.
But overall, I wouldn't have it no other way. I wouldn't. I my main focus was I did not want to take that right of them having a father away from them because I didn't have a father, and because of my lifestyle, I did not want them to be the person that I was. I wanted them to know that, you know, regardless of what I look like, I am your father. I am your daddy. And like I said, I wouldn't have it no other way.
I think that's awesome.
I think it's beautiful.
So between your oldest child kind of, you said, transition with you as far as you become. So what's the difference do you think, between raising your oldest child versus the youngest child?
It's a big difference. When I was raising my oldest son, once he got older, he was more like, Daddy, you got on fingernails. That's for girls.
So wait. So your youngest child, you still came, well, you already transitioned by then, right?
Yeah. When my daughter came along, but see, it's a difference between sons and daughters. My daughter was so easy because she's a girl. So when I was doing things girly, it was okay for her to be around. It was okay for her to be in the room. It was okay for me and her to interact about something that I'm doing.
How did you explain that to her?
Honestly, Chevelle, some things you don't have to explain. Kids are kids, but they're not stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, when it came down to my daughter, I've never, she's 4 years old. So I never explained anything to her due to the fact that she was young and I didn't think she would understand. But in the process, I realized that she kind of comprehended what was going on and what was in front of her, because I was talking to her mom a couple months back, and she said, I went on Facebook and I seen your picture, and Leah was laying on my chest, and I was going through Facebook and I seen a picture of you, and she said, stop, that's my daddy. And it was a drag picture of me. So with that being said, certain things you just really don't have to really explain. It's self-explanatory. You know, because kids are kids, but they're not stupid.
And like we said, that's their normal.
And like,
that's their normal.
I don't have kids, but I have a nephew that I've been very active in his life since he was brought into this world. And so even though like at family events or something, like my dad or my mom will occasionally say something like Mikey or something like that. But my nephew and niece, they never turn around and think anything different. I'm still their Aunt Necole.
Mm-hmm.
And when kids are taught love, that's all they know. They just love you regardless.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Regardless of what you is or who you are. Like I tell people, when they say daddy, that's just a name to them. It doesn't have anything to do with sex
gender.
It's just a name to them.
It's just a name.
You know, it's just a name. Just like, you know, your name is Chevelle, or it's just a name to them. And the biggest problem that I had was because I was so afraid of being blamed for how my kids may grow up. You know, I was scared that you know, my sons would one of my sons would be transgendered, or one of my sons would be gay, or my daughter would be lesbian, and I would have to walk around with the blame. People would
I
say,
always
well,
thought,
well,
because
you
I
know,
raised my cousin kids a little with her, and them being with me was during the time when I was going through my transition. So it was a boy and a girl, and the boy was younger. And Tommy Ross was even around, and like I didn't even think in my mind that I should like shield these kids from my lifestyle, and we were living together.
mhm,
So, I didn't think about it. So they learned to respect that and I didn't teach them anything about that. I thrusted them on it. So this is their norm. But they knew that, like you said, it's just a name.
it's just a name,
It's just a name. And
and that's
so,
what it was about. It's just it's just a name.
Well,
But when it comes down to my daughter, it's so easy. It's so easy.
so
And if I was thinking when I was praying, I would have just prayed for her. God forgive me, but I love all my kids, but it's just so easy with her because I can do and be who I am around her, and she understands more because she's a girl.
What is your dynamic with their mothers?
Well, um, when we them when them when we, I met with their mothers, they was into trans girls and drag queens, whatever in that nature. As of now, my first baby mama, we are click tight. Like we are like best friends. We talk all the time. We talk about her girlfriend and her situations. The second one, I can't I can't do her too much. She's engaged. She's engaged right now, child. I don't want to say too much about her because next tomorrow gonna be some posts about me, child, calling me everything. Them ain't your turn. I was doing whatever. But the second relationship, I was with that individual for 10 years. The first the first relationship I was in, I was with them for 5. I have only ever dated stud women. I've never had a boyfriend. Never.
oh, okay.
so, so
Hmm.
I have a question. So, you know, I think everything you're saying is beautiful.
Thank
And
you.
I just really admire what you're saying. But when your kids come, what conversation have you had with your kids when they face people who might feel differently or might say something to them about their daddy?
Um, I have had a conversation with my youngest son. I haven't had the conversation so much with my oldest son because his mom is more active with him with when it comes down to certain things like that. But my youngest son, I have had a talk with him, and I did explain to him that um, I I am your daddy, and um, I was born male. I at a time I was a boy just like you know, and I explained to him that people are different. People are different, but we are all equal. We're all equal as people, and he's very much like he's very attentive. He loves to ask questions. He'll ask a question about, and if he's seen one of the girls and he got an issue about it and he kind of confused, he'll say, "Daddy, is she like you?" Yeah.
So he know what you are, but he just don't know
Oh,
what to
oh,
how to
he
say
he he'll clock you quick. They say the children they real good at clock. He'll clock you instantly. He'll clock you quick. He'll clock you quick. And if he don't say it, he'll just be looking at you, just looking at you. And then that come in, girl, why he look at girl? He clocking you. He clacking your teeth. He clacking your teeth. So I had the conversation with him, and he's very understanding when it comes down to it. Like I said, with my daughter, she's young, and I never really had the time to really sit down and talk to her about it because she's different. She's so different.
It's different
And
raising a
now,
girl than it is raising boys.
Kennedy just made a very good point. She said, the more comfortable, oh, there it goes.
The more comfortable you are with who you are, the easier it is to explain yourself to those you love, and the more comfortable they become with it. When it comes to children, that is. That's so true.
That's this lifestyle period too.
And that's with this lifestyle period. The more comfortable you are with yourself, the more accepting people are with who you are. Because you never know, like with me, with my neighbors, when I don't ever put out there that I am a transgender woman, but it's something that's going to make me tell them in an instant, you know, but for me moving next door to them or they moving next door to me, because with me, I need to have this connection with my neighbors because I am gone a lot. And I want them to know what's going on over here at my house. And people think that you're supposed to shield a lot of things from your neighbors. I shield a whole lot, but the one thing I don't shield is the fact of who I am. Now, if I feel like you don't need to know, I'm not telling you. You know, so.
Amaya, so, do you want to have more kids?
No.
Three is enough? Three is enough?
Three.
You got 4.
No, I do not. I have 3.
Three.
I have 3. But now I'm on a different page now. I'm getting into guys and stuff like that, and I don't want any more kids. I feel like I blessed my mom. I'm blessed with the kids that I have, and it's a lot. It's a lot being trans and feeling some type of way with going to the teachers and parent conference, and you getting looked at, and it's a lot. It's really a lot.
So even with their teachers and outside people, you introduce yourself to teachers as like the dad too?
And they will look at me like,
are you serious?
Yeah, they will look at me like, and then
and you have to go and explain it.
Their mom is trans. He's a trans guy, and they look at it like, what is going on here?
So you have to explain to them too what is going on.
It's not so much of I explain it. It's just that I say I'm their daddy, and this is their mommy.
It's up to them to figure it out.
And I leave it up to them to figure
I did too, Naisha. What part you discuss with Cam? But Amaya, I thank you so much. Did y'all have any more questions for Amaya?
No. Thank you so much, Amaya, for coming on.
Yes,
I do admire.
Thank you, baby
I
girl.
admire your honesty.
I thank you so much. And God bless you and your kids, and much more happiness to you. Thank you for coming in.
I love y'all. I see you later, Cole.
We love you too.
Love you.
Listen, Nicole, we missed you on your consumer report. I want you to sue the shit out of goddamn Popeyes for this itty bitty leg they had gave me and the micro wings. I don't know what the fuck they think I am, a black man. Y'all charge me $8 for this bullshit. I'm not gonna even get full. What the hell?
That's why the only thing I order from there now is the chicken sandwich. And
I don't even go.
And it seems like they don't start cutting the breast in half.
I don't even go.
And that chicken sandwich just as nasty. All that goddamn crust on there. What the meat?
They don't even have cheese at their place, so bitch, I'm definitely not going. How I'm gonna get a chicken sandwich with no cheese?
Dr. Valentino, when you just said that. So her sandwich, you could just throw the whole sandwich away.
Girl, please. And then they told me, okay, well, if you order the coleslaw, that's gonna make the sandwich better. They don't have cheese. And then when I ordered the coleslaw, bitch, that's $4 more. So now I'm paying $8. Now I gotta get fries. That's $3 more. Bitch, I'm just not going there.
That's like going to the nail shop.
Yeah, and my biscuit burns.
You
want to say what, Cornelius?
Just completely off the Popeye subject. but I really enjoyed the guest tonight. I really not Savannah because she's a guest. I'm saying the guest who came on the.
Oh no, I enjoyed Miss Savannah. Now hold on.
No, I love Savannah. I would take Savannah every week.
Tonight.
But I really enjoyed with Amaya.
That's the only part that I liked on this show.
Amaya, she's such a warm, loving spirit. That's just so
beautiful. That's my daddy.
I just love Amaya. I just love her energy. Yeah. I just love everything about her.
I enjoy just even having regular conversation.
Yes, he's just a sweetheart.
And that's what I want y'all to know about our point of view. We're going to give y'all the tea, but we're going to also have some regular conversation because as gay people, we don't always have the conversation. So we need
to be had.
Yeah, it's a lot of conversations that need to be had. And I thank you guys for viewing. I want y'all to know we have the after show, Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube. That's the only way you're going to be able to view it. So please come there and join us for the after show. We're going to talk more in depth about the topics we talk about.
Are we going to the after show now with Kennedy?
Oh, yeah, and Kennedy's going to be a part of the after show.
That lady been talking like shit on the show, B.
Kennedy's going to be my sister have a lot to say, honey. So we're gonna definitely have Kennedy added to the show. We hope Savannah joins us. Oh, thank you, Joe.
I'll be there. I'm definitely gonna. I'll be getting out of drag.
Then Joe, that makes me Gail.
Well, Savannah, I'm sure at this point, you should be hot with that wig on.
I'm on my
I'm sure Savannah got something blowing, bitch, over there somewhere. Bitch. Trust me.
No, I'm telling y'all should have saw that night, bitch. She was doing her number and she was getting it, bitch. Hair just blowing, and then that bitch said, I'm hot.
So I always like to end the show. I always like to end the show with a word from someone that introduced me to Necole introduced me to, and she's going to be on the Emmy. She's introducing a category. We don't know what category because I follow her now. So I'm so happy that she's doing that, and I have became one of them. I earned a badge, bitch, because I'll be on her page so much. Yeah, bitch, I'm a top fan, bitch. How you doing? Bitch, I'll be there. Her name is Tabitha, so I always like to end my show with a word from Tabitha.
Hello there. And I woke up and said, oh, God, somebody needs to hear this real quick. So if it's you, here I am, okay? You've been crying for quite some time. Yeah, I know. It's been a tough time lately. And I know it hurts, and I know the weight of the world feels heavy. But you can't get stuck in this place, okay? It's time to focus on the light. You've been in the darkness for long enough. This is not the end. Life is not over. You're still living. That means you still got living to do. Purpose, okay? You are supposed to be here. You deserve to be here, and you deserve to be here and be well. Here and here. Okay? Don't you get stuck.
I hope y'all was listening to because that was a word in there. Yes. That was definitely a word in there. Because some people do get stuck and they feel like I just can't go on. And that's what Tamar is at right now. That's what Nick Cannon is at right now with this bipolar thing. And Kanye West. Savannah, you also an advocate for bipolar because you was diagnosed with bipolar. So you can speak to that. And there are times when y'all feel like y'all can't go on. And even when you're not bipolar, you know.
With bipolar, it's really weird. For me, there can be days that I am so prime example, Black America. When I got to Atlanta, for some reason, I just wasn't there. And the first day I was fine, and then I went into a manic state. So you can be just as happy, and it has nothing to do with anyone else, and it'll change just like that. So for me, the second night, final night of the pageant, when they called me back after presentation, after we did what we were told to do, I felt like an idiot, and I could not get out of that headspace the rest of the night. So it turned for me, and it was just so.
And that goes to show you how bipolar works. In any instance, you can, like, the switch can turn for you.
Yeah.
So just know that, you know, you gotta pray yourself out of that, calm yourself down, get into that space where you need to be. And even if you don't have bipolar, there are times when you feel like you've been through so much that you can't go on. Trust me, you can go on. You put for here for a reason. And like you said,
and know
it's
your
here,
triggers.
and it's here. And you got to know your triggers.
You got to know. Here's the thing. So when you know your triggers, you can identify it way off. There's a reason I am the way that I am, because I know my triggers. I'm not going to cuss you out because I'm not going to allow you to cuss me out. You're not going to call me all out because I'm not going to do you the same way. The reason I don't do that is because for me, in my bipolar, in my PTSD, there is a line. And if Ray crosses that line, there's no guarantee that Ray's going to come back from that side of the line. So
and you got to know
for
that.
me to do is not to engage.
So earlier tonight, you know, with Necole not being here, I always love, first of all, let me say, I always love by ending the show with Tabitha. But I'm going to end the show with this because with Necole not being here, kind of threw my schedule off and things that I had to do at the beginning of the show. So I didn't get to do my clip of the week. So right now, I'm going to show y'all my clip of the week. And I saw her in here earlier. I don't know if she's in here or not, but I really wish I would have did this earlier. So I saw both of my clips of the week's in here. So this is my first clip of the week. This is so funny.
Do it again, girl. Who was that, Danzy?
Girl, that was funny, Fantasia. I don't know if she hit, like her foot hit some or she hit something. Whatever it was, but bitch, girl, I had saw that like at 4:00 in the morning, girl, before I was. If I tell you, bitch, it had took me out. Girl, I was like, girl, I don't
She was devastated.
I was so glad she posted it. Girl, it was so funny. See, when you know your fuck ups, bitch, and you know it's funny, bitch, yeah, you can go on and let the people laugh at you, because, bitch, guess what? I fucked up and fell off the stage and knocked my mouth out. They posted it. Bitch, I done did so much shit, bitch, and they posted, bitch. All you gotta do is just pay it, bitch. You gotta pay it. So my other clip of the week, I was watching the other night, and it's a new dynamic duo, bitch, that could just like turn it out now, bitch. I love it. I watch them all the time. Yeah, but wait, though, y'all. For me, it started when Ava went to run over there like with her stripper dance and put that big ass leg up on that little bit of speaker. And the child
said, no.
And the child said, stand up. Girl, if I tell you, that was so funny to me, girl. I was like, nigga. Wait,
Funny,
girl.
please tell us what it was you hit.
Girl, Funny, please tell us one more time what you hit, girl. Please. Girl, man, cause y'all know the speaker is right there, girl. Y'all know the speaker right there, bitch.
Bitch, and Funny say, what?
Okay, but bitch, she was good enough to put it up there.
She
Girl,
said a fan.
Oh, it was the fan. Girl, but if I tell you, you almost took that fan out, and Ava was gonna take that speaker out live. And Mr. Child had said, tear it up. Tear it up, tear it up. But I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. We thank you so much for coming. Savannah, thank you so much for being here tonight with us.
Thank you for having me.
We loved your point of view, and we welcome you back anytime to be here with us at our point of view.
Are you going to do the after show, Savannah?
Oh, yes, but I'm going to get out of this.
Well, you have time.
You can get out on the after show.
I am.
Oh, bitch, that's what kind of after show it is. But Savannah, you should get you some of these, girl, because that'll take that makeup off real quick, bitch. I'm telling you. Some one size with Patrick, bitch. I'm telling you. One white, bitch. All that you got on, I know that's a lot of foundation and base, bitch. If I tell you that bitch, that's
what is big.
That's a fucking lot, bitch. But if I tell you, yes, Cam.
I only know how to paint one way.
And that's sickening for you. I only knew how to paint. I only knew how to paint one way too, but bitch, I learned different when I got to Matt. I thank you guys so much for tuning in to our point of view. We have the after show on Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube. So we hope that y'all come over there and join us over there. We'll be there in 10 minutes. We're going to give Savannah time to get herself together. I got a dog to walk, bitch, because she is, you know. So we're going to refresh our pink Whitney.
I'm just going to open the door and let mine out.
And ain't no telling, I might not even have this hair color when I come back. So
okay, I might have your wig when I come back.
Love you all. Stay safe. Wear your mask and wash your ass.
Wear your mask and wash your ass. And most importantly, you guys, all bullshit aside, we need y'all to get out there and vote. So, bitch, make sure your voice is heard and go register. If you're not registered, bitch, get out there and vote. We will see y'all in the after show. Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube. Good night.